group. He'll get
what is going on, everybody? I am live and we are watching. Yeah, y'all are watching. Off script, baby. We gonna do this East-West Shrine Bowl watch party. All right, you already know what it is. I cannot show the game, okay? The NFL Network does not play those games, and I don't want to get banned. But we are here to enjoy and talk about the fellow stars, Houston, Durant, Coach KJ Black's there, the whole cast, man. So we're here to watch the game, enjoy it, and see people.
I really like his power and agility, the ability to make blockers miss.
I don't know what y'all been watching. South Carolina State, the champs. To me, they mollywopped y'all. What you talking about, boy? Y'all got mollywopped.
Could be one of those guys to get it done here at the Shrine Bowl. When we come back, we'll check in with Mike Yam down at the sidelines.
I guess I don't know what champs mean because they definitely the Celebration Bowl champs. So
from Allegiant Stadium.
So yeah, shout out. Hey, so if you want to watch the game, if you want to watch the game yourself, it is on NFL Network. All right. So if you have DirecTV, that will be channel 212. If I don't know nothing else, I know what channel NFL Network is on DirecTV. That used to be my life. If you got DirecTV, it's on 212. If you got Hulu Live, it's on NFL Network. All right. So whatever your preference is. Talk to them. Let them know. 4th and 19. Hashtag never forget. Hashtag never forget. All right. Hashtag never forget. I like that. Hope everybody's day was good. Hope everybody had a great. Listen, man, while y'all playing South Carolina State, man. Woo, woo, woo. That signing class is going to be serious. That signing class is going to be serious. So keep the same energy. Don't I always? Don't I all? You know I always do, Paris. You know I always do. So it ain't nothing for me. It ain't nothing for me. I do it. I do this. Not really. Haven't seen it. Nope. Have not seen it. Oh, I'm saying South Carolina State. Oh, they should. Why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they keep that same energy? They the champs. Shoot. Yeah, hey, you the champs, you ain't the champs no more.
Opportunity, the name of the game, not just for the players, but for the coaching staff here, comprised of NFL coaches from around the league, and for more on what to expect down on the sideline tonight.
Are they doing kick returns? Okay, that's cool.
We'll start things off with the west side of things. And Marcus,
West side,
the offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. He's had a lot of success. They've been in the top 10 in a lot of major statistical categories. He said now as a head coach, he's worried about everyone else, and out of nowhere, things are popping up that he never would even have imagined, like missing laundry for one of his coaches. But he said trusting his coaches, that's going to be key. On the east side,
East side,
the defensive backs coach with the Baltimore Ravens, he told us he's had to remind himself multiple times he's actually the head coach of this game. He said he's used to being just one of the guys, and he noticed guys weren't actually talking to him as much as he walked into the room. And if he wasn't here, he'd actually be on vacation with his wife, Courtney, who got a little bit of a vacation, right? We're in Vegas, but no doubt in a big moment like a pregame speech, I'm sure Courtney.
Good evening to all you doers out there.
I think really impressed us this week with his demeanor. Game rules tonight. It's going to be as close to an NFL-type game structure as you can. Offense, though, no motion. Sorry.
No motion. Defense, no blitzing. Clock runs on incompletions outside of 2 minutes in the second quarter. Thank you so much, babe.
And then the clock will run on incompletions outside of 2 minutes in the second quarter and outside of 5 minutes. To really do it for the final time as collegians. South Carolina's Parker White, kicker for the East team, has the ball teed up, and we'll kick it off to the west.
What's up, T Smooth? Talk to me. Here we go. Start of the East-West Shrine Bowl. Let's get it, baby.
And here we go, underway in this 97th East-West Shrine Bowl. Ball coming down short here. And we'll get that return just outside the 30-yard line and bring Jack Cohen onto the field here. Jack, of course, had a scholarship offer to Notre Dame as a lacrosse player. Ended up wanting to play ball at Wisconsin. Found his way to South Bend anyway.
Yeah, found his way to South Bend anyway. We talk about multi-sport athletes, particularly
Jack Cohen at Notre Dame. Oh, wow. 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 7 picks. 25 TDs, 7 picks. Let's see what we got here. Let's see where we go. Warm it up. Is that Jacoby Durant on the opposite side? Yes, it is. Jacoby Durant starting. He's
look at Ty Chandler.
Nice run.
Chandler from UNC starting out with an explosive run, forced out of bounds there from Wanye Thomas out of Georgia Tech for the E squad. But that's a way to get things rolling here for your Tar Heel Buck.
Absolutely. This is what he's done all week. One thing about Ty Chandler, he does a great job of running inside and outside. Then you see him start inside, bounces outside. You see a little of the burst and the separation. The coaches talked about him being the most complete back on this squad. We're already seeing some of those skills in practice.
One of the cool things about how they separated the players into teams in this year's Shrine Bowl is by personnel grouping. And so
they got that boy man-to-man, Jacoby Durant at the top. You don't want that smoke. Go away from it. You ain't want that smoke. He didn't want that smoke.
81, Tay Martin. Tay Martin from Oklahoma State. Guy transferred in from Washington State. Let's check out Cohen's poise in the pocket here, Buck.
Look, man, you have to like his eyes. Look at his vision. He works one side, comes back to the fourth read in the progression. And then Tay Martin has been killing defensive backs all week with his route running ability. This is a good throw and catch. Outstanding execution from the squad.
Great start here for this West team offense, already in East Territory here from the 42-yard line. And there's our first flag of the evening. We got a little jumpy up on that defensive line there, Buck.
Yeah, got a little, trying to get a good start, trying to get a jump on ball, see if you can play.
Number 99.
Hey, nobody took your badge away. If you listen, that's YouTube. All right, that's all YouTube. If you don't pay your membership dues, they take your badge away.
Ryan Banks, our referee here tonight. And so we'll get a couple extra yards for this West team offense.
Tell me where to go.
1st and 5 now from the 37. Ty Chandler still in the game at running back. And we get a little early.
Too easy. Oh, fumble!
Ball out. Jelani Woods looked like he won the grab there. Ball came out. Let's see who ends up with it. Mad scramble. Tay Martin.
How in the hell did he get the ball back?
The rule field is that the runner is down by contact at the 19-yard line.
How did he get the ball back?
So big connection there. Jack Cohen to everybody's favorite tight end this week, Jelani Woods out of UVA. Buck.
Man, Jelani Woods looks like you want him to. He's a prototype. Big, long, has the ability to really expand the strike zone for the quarterback. There we see a little RPO fake. Jack Cohen hits Woods on a little slant behind the ear of the
Man, they say you ain't pay your dues, Daryl. They said you ain't pay your dues, Daryl. That's what YouTube said.
West side has been very impressive during this first round.
West team offensive coordinator Clayton Adams from the Colts called Woods a guy kind of like Morale Cox, similar body frame, raw, loves football.
Oh, good hit. Good tackle.
Ty Chandler on the carry. One of our players to watch here, Bucky, that you've had your eye on here all week at practice.
Look, man, he's the total package. He's the total package because in today's game.
Yeah, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. We got 105 people on here. Make sure you like the stream. Let's get it. 6'7", 260. Jeez Louise. Good night, Irene.
Grad transfer from Tennessee, certainly made an impact in his one season there in Chapel Hill. His quarterback Sam Howell called him one of the hardest workers on the team. Showed in the Wake Forest game, 4 touchdowns. That upset over Wake. Here comes Jack Cohen, finding Jelani Woods once again. Short completion will take it close to. They're going to knock him. They're going to mark him down a couple yards shy of the first down there.
Yeah, I like this little bootleg action. And right away, the guys that we talked about all week in practice, they've gotten the ball. They've shown up. Ty Chandler has a couple of runs. Jelani Woods with a couple passes. And Jack Cohen has been on the money as a passer. Nice start for the West squad.
Yeah, it's been Jelani Woods. It's been Ty Chandler, practice players of the week at their respective positions as voted on by the coaches. Jelani Woods, guy who led all ACC tight ends in his first year at UVA, first and only in receptions and receiving yards.
Got the drag.
There's Jack Cohen, got another completion. That's Tay Martin. Tay Martin making one miss. And then it goes down just inside the 5-yard line. Been talking a lot about Jelani Woods, and our analytics expert Cynthia Freeland has been crunching the numbers on Jelani. What you got, Cynthia?
Well, you talked about that.
You already know what it is. Like.
I've got some notes here for you on it. They're almost exactly the same height. Actually, Woods is a little bit bigger, a little bit less heavy, 3 pounds, 259 versus 262. And his wingspan, 82 1/8. So Allie Cox has 85-inch, but the comp really holds here. And you saw him transition from a blocker to a pass-catching tight end in his last season at UVA.
Thank you very much, Cynthia. There's Jack Cohen trying to get it to Ty Chandler out of the backfield. And, that's the first one to hit the turf there, Buck. It's been really sharp.
Yeah, very sharp. It's been sharp. Not only the playmakers that we talked about all week getting the ball, but just how comfortable Jack Cohen has been very early. We talked about throughout the week how he's just set.
I know. Everybody knows you know, Blue. Everybody knows you know.
Everything thus far in this game.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams, talking about usually in all-star game situations, you don't get as much, the terminology can be a problem. Wasn't for Cohen all week. Handoff here goes to Ty Chandler.
Oh, good tackle. Good tackle.
1 or 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down here for this West team inside the 5. Carson Wells, the edge rusher, Sam Backer out of Colorado, bringing.
Is that KJ Black in the back? Was that Coach KJ Black in the back?
I'll play you like here. Okay, I'll play you like in this situation. We'll go back to Chandler.
What's good, Urban?
Look, I think somewhere we have to figure out a way to get
Where you at in the world, my boy?
Now you have to win individually. Let's see if they can get a one-on-one route. We see the nasty splits. Let's see how they choose to utilize the wide receivers on this play.
We'll play action for Cohen. He's on the move. He's got it to Stanley Berryhill.
Oh! Said no, sir, and you'll like it. Said no, sir, and you will like it. No entry. Gotta be this tall to ride that ride. No, sir.
Good thump. Effort, energy, physicality. Those things we love to see from our defensive backs. That is a
Woo! I like that. Hell no, that is cold. Now that's cold.
From the 1-yard line, Cohen again in the shotgun.
Gotta go Chandler here. Gotta go Chandler here. Gotta go Chandler here. And he's short. And he's short.
And they're not gonna get it.
Hey, great defensive stand. Great defensive stand.
And coming up with the stop right there, Marquand McCall, the big nose tackle from Kentucky. East defense bent, but they didn't break. And we'll see the East team offense at that 4th down stand right after this here from Allegiant Stadium.
Oh, that boy laid the hit stick. Yeah, that was a big hit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, that was legit right there. That hit was legit out right there. Thank you, benching the kickers. Oh, nobody needs a kicker in All-Star game. Facts. Big facts. Wild offensive line for not. Hey man, listen, it's an All-Star game. So just because you got a big O line don't mean we ain't got a big D line. You know what I'm saying? They out here, they trying to get some money too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get paid today. I hope my Eagles draft Durant in Houston. Man, the Eagles need life support. They need a lot. They need a lot more help than just that. So it is it starts off. It's gonna start off as a good game. It's definitely starting off as a good game. Hey, anybody see my boy Micah Parsons win the fastest man race from the Cowboys? A linebacker beat a running back, a DB, and a receiver. Anybody see that? Oh, okay. If you didn't, I'm going to pull it up for you. Just in case if you didn't, I'm going to pull it up for you just so you can see the greatness of Michael Parsons. The game back on. Y'all got lucky. The game back on.
A slow start. Thomas, Bucky coming up with a huge play. Yeah, Wanye Thomas, we can see him right here in the gap. And all he's going to do is do exactly what you want to see your safeties do. Let it run. We're going to see him come. He reacts.
Fill the slot.
One-on-one tackling. This is the first thing you do in practice. One-on-one Oklahoma drills. Great job by Wanye Thomas.
QB sneak. QB sneak. QB sneak. Nope. Okay.
Dustin Crum out of Kent State has that handoff to Pierre Strong, who we identified at the top of the broadcast as one of the players to watch. But let's talk Dustin Crum, one of the best players in Kent State history, led them to the first bowl victory in program history a couple years ago.
Yeah, a lot of kudos for the coach.
Hey, Blue, hit us up with some Dustin Crum information. What we talking about?
Just navigate and lead the team. And so he gets to start. Let's see how productive he can be with this East team. First unit.
First Kent State player to be named MAC Player of the Year since 1989. Terrifically productive quarterback there at Kent State. Crum's first pass as he was chased down by number 9.
Appreciate it, Bender. Appreciate it, man. You know, listen, it's all love. You come and go as you please. Appreciate you for rocking with the channel. You already know what it is.
When we had to meet with the coach, they talked about Greg Thomas's energy, his effort, a tough guy.
Yes.
Inside. You see it right away. Immediate pressure on the passer, forced incompletion.
Comes from North Dakota State. 6'2", 259. See him out there as a 5 technique, according to Cleveland defensive coordinator Jeff Howard, who's running the show here for the West Team defense. So Crum with Pierre Strong from South Dakota State right next to him there in the gun. Crum, quick throw out to Nebraska wideout.
Oh, that's weak. Come on, man. What is that? What is that?
And I think we're going to see our first punt of the game here, Buck. Got to get that one to the sticks.
Yeah, you got to get that one to the sticks.
Come on, Crum. What is that?
A little short of the sticks. Ideally, you would like to see him get the first down. Good stop for the West defense. They'll get a chance to get back to their offense.
So our first punt of the game will come from Tommy Heatherly from Florida International, first team All-Conference USA performer here. Career best 46-yard average on his punts this year for FIU. Gets that one off, and that's Jarrett Stearns from Western Kentucky reversing field trying to...
Oh, boy, you ain't going nowhere. Boy, you ain't going nowhere.
43-yard line. Fantastic evening for football here at Allegiant Stadium. And
let me go ahead and bring this up for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. How my boy Michael Parsons did him. Come on, man. That's a linebacker.
I think Micah went out there straight.
That's a linebacker.
Tyree didn't even get down.
You better check our dental records, boy. We out here. We got ballers.
You'll never hear the end of this.
Come on, man. That's a linebacker. That's Tyreek. That's Tyreek last. Come on, man. That's what we do. That's what we do. He should be Defensive Player of the Year. That's what he should be. Shoot. Should be the freaking Defensive Player of the Year. The disrespect. Pure disrespect.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Call lines are open, 516-259-9041, 516-259-9041. You already know whatever you guys want to talk about while the commercial's going on. I ain't got no problem with it. Just wanted to show y'all what we got cooking. What we got brewing. It's brewing. We get the right coach in there. It's brewing. Listen, we getting the groceries. All right, we getting the groceries. We just need the right chef to put it all together. That's all. That's all we need. We just need the right chef to put it all together. All right, you watching the East-West Shrine Bowl game, live watch party. I do not show the game. I'll say again, I cannot show the game or I'll get my channel shut down. You either love it or you don't. All right, let's get it. Call lines are always open, 516-259-9041. It should be in the ticker below. If not, then my moderators will be dropping it in the chat as well. So if you want to Call in at any time.
Football taking over. How much of a delight is it to know that football is taking over Vegas?
It's amazing. A world-class weekend where we get to start the weekend. It ends with the Pro Bowl and quite a few sporting events in between.
All right, give me the significance, because I think a lot of people think about this game and they say, hey, it's an all-star game for college football players, but it means so much more than that.
Absolutely. First of all, they've been here for a week on a job interview, and they've really worked hard. We had over 650 NFL scouts here for the week.
Oh, got him. Ooh.
For our purpose, it's more than just a game. It's where they get to.
Let's go to Kobe. Jacoby right there.
Those children are.
How are the kids benefiting from the awareness?
South Carolina State.
On the football side, it's amazing that they're in Vegas and they're going to be back here.
Hey, don't play with me like that. Don't play with my emotions. Do not play with my emotions.
We get donations while we're here at this game, and that's how we fund all of Shriners programs.
All right, all week long.
You're lying. I'm on ESPN right now. You liar. You liar. Such a liar.
A little bit more. He is going to be our first East-West Shrine Bowl Hall of Fame recipient who was just retired moments ago.
You about to get put in timeout for lying, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So we're just so
got my hopes all up.
In our Hall of Fame.
Bob, enjoy the rest of the game, and let the accolades continue to pile up for Tom Brady.
First Hall of Fame induction will not be his last. Thank you very much, Mike Gam, down on the sidelines. 2 touchdowns, by the way, for Tom Brady through the air in that 2000 Shrine Bowl. We should have known what was coming.
Let me see. They got Houston at the inside linebacker. Yeah, they do. They got him as a stand-up linebacker. We'll see.
Right, here we go.
See how he does.
Now for Jack Cohen, second possession for the Notre Dame quarterback here, leading this West team offense. Here's Cohen.
Oh!
Diving grab, number 18.
It's all right, Jacoby. It's all right, Jacoby.
Was identified as a guy who out on the perimeter as an outside receiver, but could really make some plays.
Yeah, he really can make plays. And when you watched him all week, outstanding route runner. We've seen this.
They're not giving it to him.
Oh, man. I
thought that was a grab. Look at him.
A grab.
Extension.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Replay got him.
No, sir.
But it still doesn't take away from his ability to have a great week. He's been an outstanding route runner. Consistently has gotten open. He and Tate Martin have had very, very good weeks.
Yeah, Tyquan Thornton kind of went to Baylor because he was familiar with the Bears from watching RG3's highlights.
How about that?
And created plenty of his own as a Baylor wideout. All right, so 3rd and long now for Jack Cohen. Great protection all night from this West team offensive line.
Wow, good throw. What a dart.
He's been one of the go-to guys here early on from Oklahoma State, coming up with the first down. Let's take a look at this protection, though. Jack Cohen under no duress, Buck.
No, not under pressure at all. Did a really good job by the offensive line in front of him.
Hey, Carla, I'm gonna get to you at the commercial break. All right. 1027. I'll get with you at the commercial break.
To a tight window, 3 defenders closing in on Tate Martin. He squeezed it in.
Number 5, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Number 5, defense.
That's Big Cat Bryant on that East team defense gets called for the personal foul. West team doesn't need any help.
What's the personal foul?
Moving the football, but they'll get an extra 15. And as we're talking about Jack Cohen really managing the game well, let's check in.
No problem. No problem. Complimentary sports.
He's from a clean pocket using an intermediate pass, so targeting that intermediate level. He's super consistent, especially when facing zone defense.
Okay, come on, Houston, gotta make that tackle, Houston.
Corbin with his first carry of the game, running back out of Florida.
Good read, though. Good read, Houston.
The coach just kind of said actually had a similar skill set to Ty Chandler, who we saw in the first possession.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about in the National Football League, you think about the running backs that are having success as teams are using more rotations and by committee situations. You have to have guys that can do a couple of different things. They need to be able to run it. They need to be able to catch it on the perimeter. Corbin being able to run inside is certainly an added benefit to his ability to contribute.
2nd and 8 now for Jack Cohen here. Once again in the gun. And he's going to give it again to Corbin. That's number 51, Ali Fayyad, their first defensive player to meet Corbin. Fayyad from Western Michigan, your 2000.
Hey, them helmets is dope from Western Michigan. I like that.
Very productive player. And here it's about reading and diagnosing the play very, very quickly. You want to see your guys play fast. Here we're going to see him come off the edge. Good. Man,
good. Oh, good shed. Good shed.
On the edge. Good job by Fayyad.
This guy who's led his team in sacks and tackles for loss in 4 straight seasons. Highly productive there at Western Michigan. All right, so another 3rd down opportunity here for Jack Cohen.
Houston playing middle linebacker. Come up on the drag. Come up on the drag. Good. God, that boy is hitting. Who is this Thomas kid? That Bama is hitting. Put him in the game, coach. This Bama is hitting today.
He's had 3 big hits already today. Here we see a little zone curve.
Boom. With the arms, he wrapping up. Come on, man. I like this kid.
This team comes from the Baltimore Ravens and Drew Wilkins, who identified Wanye as a guy who fits the Ravens mold. And I'll say with that kind of sure tackling, it's something John Harbaugh can get behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to tackle like that in space is a huge part of the evaluation.
First and 10 now inside the
Janiah Thomas. Oh. Come on, Jacoby.
That's Emeka Emezi from NC State, number 86, taking that short pass from Jack Cohen inside the 5. Emeka Emezi, the NC State school record holder for reception.
Oh, nice. Oh, it was a drag. It was a double drag. You can't see it because you ain't got the channel. That's why you can't see it. Mark Whitley, buy NFL Network and watch it your damn self. It's a watch party. All right, NFL Network. That's why you can't see it, smart guy.
College catches were touchdowns that brought the Wolfpack close, and then
When can I see it? Because you don't have NFL Network on your side. That's why. Looks like a false start to me. No, sir. Wanye. Oh, that's dope. I like. Oh, Wanye. I like that. That's a dope name. Wanye. Like Kanye, but Wanye. I like that. Wanye. That's dope. Fire. Black people are so creative. Then go find somewhere to sit your ass down.
What do we need to do differently here for
Mr. Incredible? That's what you look like. Was that a Mr. Incredible over there?
How do we get this thing in the end?
Well, the offensive line has to knock him back. They need to be able to run the football. They got to create a new line of scrimmage.
Oh, good. Oh,
Stay away from Wanye Thomas as Jashawn Corbin gets the call and the handoff from Jack Cohen. Brandon Sebastian, the defensive back out of Boston College, in on the stop. Let's check the push here from Marquand McCall. He's been inside the backfield down here.
He's been inside the backfield, but part of that is because he's really jumping the snap, meaning he's anticipating the snap count. He is often in the backfield before the offensive line has been able to come off. That's great instincts and awareness on him.
Okay, another third down here inside the 5 for West Team offensive coordinator.
come on, Jacoby. Watch this. I think you either gonna watch this wheel route or watch the bottom right. It might go a double. Yeah. Oh. Throw it away.
Gonna throw that one away, but we do have a flag here.
Come on, they gotta know that, man. Listen, I don't never take a day off. Ain't no days off.
That's a tough call. That's tough work on DBs here.
28 defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
As Brandon Sebastian gets called here. I mean, look, they had to plaster.
Hey, I'm telling you that Wanye Thomas, you know, substitute teachers had a problem with that. They were like, Mr. Thomas. He'd be like, that's Wanye. Yeah, that's me. Wanye. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, Wanye. Okay, I'll make sure I remember that.
First and goal inside the 2. Jashawn Corbin in at running back once again. And Cohen will pull it and get it.
Nice play call. Nice play call. Nice play call.
Look, that is a welcome relief for Jack Cohen because they've been so close. They hadn't been able to.
Nice play call. Let me get to this caller real quick. Hey, caller, you live? Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm doing good. I'm Sergeant Rob. I'm calling from Fort Stewart, Georgia.
Fort Stewart.
Yes, sir. In your honest opinion, with all the festivities we got going on for these HBCU kids, do you think that we'll get a chance to hear Jacoby Durant's name called? And I saw that Akil Glass was top 10 in the quarterbacks list. I just want to hear your opinion on that. Thank you for answering the call.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate it. His question was, my bad. I thought they were gonna kick the field goal. They're definitely going for 2, but His question is will we hear their names called in the draft? I don't know if Jacoby Durant's name will be called. Nice play call. I wouldn't see why his name wouldn't be called. I just don't. It's tough because, he has played against high level competition. It's come out well. He played against Clemson. Look, had 2 picks. He's looking a little rusty here. With this scheme and what they're doing with the Pro Bowl, but I mean with the East West Shrine Bowl. But you know what I'm saying. I don't see why he wouldn't be called. If I'm being honest, I don't see why he wouldn't be called. His height might be his only downfall. I think he's about 5'10", 5'11". I think his height might be his only downfall. I believe if Jacoby Durant was 6 foot 6'1", he'll be a second or third round pick. If I'm being completely honest with you, his stats would tell you that he should be drafted, but we shall see. But I don't see why he shouldn't. I really don't see why he wouldn't. So we'll see how that goes.
Too long, you'll miss the hustle.
Oh man, listen. Black mamas don't be caring, bro. They don't be caring. They don't. They like, oh, it sounds good to me. I know how to pronounce it. That's all that matters. That's all black parents be caring about. And then they be so quick to correct somebody. No. It's LaShante, okay? Not LaShant. It's LaShante. Okay, get it right. You be like, oh, dang, okay. All right, got it, LaShante. Okay, no problem. So yeah, black mamas don't be caring. It's whatever they feel in their spirit when they look at you, or whatever pops into their head. So, I don't have too many Bills, Johns, Williams. You know what I'm saying? I don't have too many of those. So, learning to spell that name in preschool must have been hell. Man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, bro. You just gotta live. You gotta live with it. You gotta live and deal with it. Gotta ride with the punches, man. It's, I thank God my kids' names ain't crazy, but you gotta ride with the punches. Ride with the punches. 516-259-9041. You're watching the East West Bowl Shrine game. Listen, I cannot show the game. We're just watching it together. It's on NFL Network 212. That is channel 212. I know that like the back of my hand. Grew up with some Direct TV. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it. Mothers are on that epidural. It high as a kite. Can't feel their legs. But yeah, so you're watching the East West Shrine game. The West is up 8-0. All right, let's get back to it.
NFL Game Day Morning is live from SoFi Stadium to get you ready for Super Bowl Sunday. Plus, Kurt Warner sitting down with Matthew Stafford. It's NFL Game Day Morning, Super Bowl Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern only on NFL Network. After the penalty, Caleb Shudak.
Hey, make sure you tune in tomorrow. I have an interview with Grambling offensive lineman Romello Watson. All right, part of that. Part of that G-Man signing day, Romello Watson from Kilgore Junior College. He'll be on the channel tomorrow here at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that interview.
Socks are the #1 most requested item in homeless shelter.
Did teachers mess up? Yeah, they always okay. So let me tell you, it'll be Adrian, Abrian. My grandfather used to call me Avion. But my mom didn't care about that because he was her favorite. She was like, they were each other's favorite. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my mom never corrected my grandfather. Everybody else got corrected, even her mama. Her mom would get corrected. But her granddad, never. My granddad, never. He used to call me Avion and stuff like that. So, I mean, just you name it. Abrian, Adrian, yeah, just all type of stuff. All type of stuff. I think it's messed up on both sides, right? Because I want to be very clear when I say this, right? it just really baffles me what people condone and then what people don't condone, right? So when I did my baller awards and my should have stayed at home awards, people would get on to me about, Scotty, that is a kid. You're doing that to a kid. But then now Shador shoots back at a peer, and then you have these adults like, yeah, get on them. Yeah, don't disrespect that. Like, it's real funny to me. And then on the top, in the same token, when Travis Hunter did that to Florida State and he threw that hat, everybody was up in arms. Yeah, oh my God. All the Jack State fans were like, yeah. But then when a kid does it to your hat, it's disrespectful. So I just need that same energy on both sides of the aisle. That's the only thing that bothers me in this community. It just like, you guys act like only childs. Like, I'm an only child, okay? I know what that is. And let me tell you what it is. When I was growing up, I was famous around my neighborhood for shooting kids with water guns. And as soon as they shoot me back, I would run tell my mom. I'd be like, Mom, they shoot water guns at me. And then they'd be like, Miss Scott, Abrion was shooting them first. All right. That's what you guys sound like. Every time somebody comes back at y'all, it's like y'all want to cry victim. It's so irritating, bro. It's so irritating. Let that kid live. Let that kid live. He clowned y'all. All right, you got clowned. Come on, man. It is what it is. So, but you know, let all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna leave it alone like this. If anybody would have came at Shador the same way, all of Jackson State would have got together and ran base and fried that kid. So let's not play this game, man. Let's not play this game, bro. That's all I'm saying. So it just, y'all kill me with that. Y'all are so simple, bro.
And that is the end of this first quarter here for the 97th East-West Shrine Bowl. Jack Cole, the star of the day so far.
So that's all I'm saying, man. I just need that same energy, bro. I just need that same energy. So it is what it is for me. It's such goofy behavior, right? Because that's like me coming on here, and then when people try to clown, like when I went for A&M to beat Jackson State, right? I had to come on here and take it, right? I just sat back, I took it, I knew what it is, I've been clowning, I had to sit back and take it. But it's just real funny to me when the tables turn, you lose a Celebration Bowl, Scotty, you're going too hard. Oh, let it go. You Bamas are so freaking sensitive, it's so irritating. That's why Bama's like coming at y'all, because y'all so sensitive, man. Y'all are a bunch of young, y'all are a bunch of kids, bro. Y'all are a bunch of young kids. And it's the adults. That's what's so bad. You're talking about 30, 40, 50-year-old adults who can't take jokes. Like, what are we doing? But you guys will be the first one to clown about how you beat somebody, how you did this. I got Bamas. I seen Bamas on my Twitter talking about buy TSU. Really? Really? When you were 3-8 and they was giving you a shot, when they was paying you money, when you was stinking up the joint, and you talk about some buy TSU, I'm not saying that your value hasn't gone up without Deion Sanders. That would be a lie. I'm not saying you guys don't have value, because you do. But to do them like that when they had stood by you when you were trash, when you were 3-8, when you was doing all that, when they was mollywopping you, come on, man. Like, I'm not even, listen, I didn't do a show about it. I didn't do a show about it because of the simple fact of the matter. I knew I would go on a rant, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it go. You have fun doing whatever y'all got. Whatever Jackson State decides they want to do, that is y'all's program. Y'all do what y'all want. Enjoy yourselves. I just think it was shady. It was shady. Do you want to renegotiate a price? Understand. Is Jackson State value going up with Deion? Absolutely. But to do that to people who have been with you before you got hot, come on, man. That's just dirty, bro. That's just dirty to my point. So it is what it is, bro. So it is what it is. It's real. It's real. We'll see. We'll see how you look. We'll see how you look when Deion leave. Let's see how hot you are then. That's all I'm saying. Unless you get another celebrity coach, we'll see how hot you is when that man walk off into the sunset, and then let's see if you still hot. Let's see if you be still big shit then. All right, let's see if you still talking that same energy. That's all I'm saying. So make that make sense to me. But that was shady. I don't care how you want. I don't care how you want to flip it. It was shady, bro. It was shady. It's nothing to leave alone. It's nothing to leave alone. There's always a way to do something. My mom always used to tell me there's always a way to do something. If you was at your job, if any other job, see, this is that shit I'm talking about, right? If you guys were at your job and you had a contract, if you hired somebody at your job and had a contract for 3 years and they upped and dipped on you the way Jack State did, you wouldn't be saying the same shit that you saying right now, Mr. Carey. You would not be saying that. So miss me with that, my guy. If you had a deal, a partnership where you're depending on somebody to make the money that you're used to making and they up and dip on you with 3 years left on the contract, you would feel some type of way. So miss me with that easy. Oh, you don't know. Shut that shit up. That's a stupid logic. It's just because it's your school, you feel comfortable saying that dumb stuff. But at the end of the day, it's shady as shit. It's shady. It's shady. Point blank, period. And you got my number, so you can always call me and we can have a whole conversation about it offline. It's nothing. It's shady, bro. It's shady. Point blank, period. So you guys can live up, you can laugh, you can joke, you can do all that extra stuff y'all want to do, which Jackson State does. But at the end of the day, it's shady. It's shady. Point blank, period.
Field here, and it's Dustin Crum.
Huh?
As Cynthia was telling us.
Well, I mean, they breaking it up.
Earlier, a little bit more about his background. And
I'm just saying.
Kent State handoff goes to
it's shady.
From West Virginia.
I got it, but it's shady. I don't care. It's shady.
Here into West team territory, Quinterio Cole, the safety out of Louisville, in on the stop for the West.
Yeah, Lady Brown has been a guy who was very impressed. He impressed the coaches with his ability to just kind of do everything. They're really impressed with his work ethic, the way he finish runs. Here we see the vision, being able to get in the hole, and then it's the way that you finish.
Come on, man. That's my whole point, bro. That's my whole point.
That is a great job by Lady Brown, finishing it the right way.
12-yard run there. You might remember Letty Brown as the baddest man in Morgantown.
Bro, that's not how you move. That's not how. Listen, you would never want somebody to treat you that way. That's all I'm saying. You wouldn't want that to go down like that. You wouldn't want somebody to dip on you. I'm not saying that Jackson State does not have more value. Listen to what I'm saying. Jackson State has the value. Their value, their market cap, or whatever you want to call it, has gone up. So if you want to go back to the table and renegotiate, that's understandable. I get that. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I get all that. But there's a way you do things. There's a way you handle business. And for you clowns, y'all are clowns for agreeing with that mess, bro. Y'all are clowns for agreeing with that mess. Because you knew you was trying to get out that deal. They knew they wanted to get out that deal the last time they probably played the Southern Heritage Classic. To do it at the last minute like that is bad. It's just bad business. Once again, listen to what I'm telling you, because I feel like Jackson State fans always want to hear what they want to hear. I get that you have a new value. I get that yesterday's price is not today's price. I understand all that. But there's a way to handle business, and that's not. If you wanted to dip at the end of the year, at the end of the season, and give Tennessee State the heads up and give them time to find a new partner in the Southern Heritage Classic, that's all right. That's cool. Hey, listen, we're gonna let you know at the end of the year we're getting out the contract. That gives them time to find somebody. Okay, let me ask this question. I've been saying from day one that you guys need to schedule better opponents. How is it possible that you get out of one game and you got another game scheduled already? But from what you guys have been telling me is that it takes 2 years to get a game scheduled, that the schedule is already out 2 or 3 years prior. Make that make sense to me. How does that even work? So like I said, man, it's just messed up. It's just messed up. It is what it is, though.
Brady, who will be the first inductee into the East-West Shrine Bowl. All right, some notable 2022 NFL Pro Bowl selections that played in the East-West Shrine game. And take a look there. Matt Gay and Trey Hendrickson. Obviously, one more game to play this year as the Rams and Bengals face off in the Super Bowl. Selected to a Pro Bowl, but obviously won't be available for that one. All right, here we go. Lenny Brown in the hole almost immediately.
Hey, these boys hitting out here today, though. I ain't even gonna fake. I ain't even gonna fake. These Bama's are hitting out here.
Taylor from Wake Forest, the cornerback, coming up and making a nice stop there, run support.
Yeah, just here today. They've been really impressed with him. We watched him all week. He's been very versatile. He's a guy that play outside. He can play in the slot. They love his football IQ. And right when you watched him in drills, man, he was a guy who was all over the place.
You can't have a debate over chat, my boy. It's not really possible. Open debate will happen over the phone, which my call lines are always open. So, but I appreciate it though. But it's kind of hard to have a debate in chat.
You know, he's really great in the run game, meaning he blocks at a top 30% rate. PFF ranked him as the #4 tackle in the Big Ten in 2021. So this guy, I even asked, would anyone move him to guard? All of the coaches were like, no. This is a tackle. Watch him. He'll be able to progress.
I can't, man. Y'all, I don't know who teaches y'all. I don't know who teaches y'all communication. Like, how did it go negative? It's shady. It's my opinion. I feel it's shady. I feel it's a bad business practice. If anything like that would have happened to you in your own life, you would feel that it's bad business. You would understand it, but you would still say that's bad business. Like, so how did it turn negative? It's bad business. It's bad business.
Dustin Crum's got this East team moving here. Big third down. Quarterback, running back.
Humble.
To Letty Brown. Ball pops out. It looks like the West team is going to come up with it.
Hey, I cannot, Dustin. I apologize, my boy. I cannot show the game in a small box. You either got to have NFL Network or you don't, my boy. Sorry.
For the West team coming up with the ball. A big turnover here.
Yeah, we've seen this happen a few times. It's one of the things that we worried about, the transition from playing under center, from playing shotgun to under center. Yep. This is one of those things. And so we saw him bobble the snap.
How can my communication not be good when I'm on a whole live stream for about an hour, 2 hours, bro? And you're more than happy to call in and explain to me how my communication is not bad. And we can have a conversation about it. But I highly doubt, Mr. Kenny, Clarence Kenny, that you will not call in and say, hey, Scotty, I think your communication is bad, this, that, and the third. And then I'll rebuttal your statement with, hey, how is my communication? We can have this conversation. It's not that hard. The numbers at the bottom, you can always call in. We can have the conversation, but you won't. You won't. So it is what it is, bro. So you stay in the chat. You'll have all this energy. Listen, this is the funny thing to me. Most of the guys who have a rebuttal with my statement rarely call in. Respect to Ryan Brown. Me and Ryan, we have debates all the time on the phone. But I have Bama's like Clarence Kenny who be in the chat. He'll be in the keyboard, but he won't call in on a live call-in line. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense to me. Like, and then y'all be like, Scotty, like he's like, bro, like it's a live call-in show for a freaking reason. So if you feel so strongly about something, you feel so strongly to put it in the chat, but not as strongly to call in and have a man-to-man conversation. Make that make sense to me. That's weak. That's weak. That just don't make sense to me, man. That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, right on that run. A couple things stand out. One was the vision. Then the second thing is the balance in the body control. Here we see him hit it up inside. You see the vision.
I'm glad you understand the word, but do you have it over a phone though? But can you have that over the phone and not in the chat? I get what you're saying. I understand it, but you won't have it over the phone, but you'll have it in the chat. Make that make sense to me, my boy.
And continues to impress in the game.
Cynthia, what have you seen with Ty Chandler?
Well, I rank everything on a 5-point scale, and his acceleration ranks at 4, which is above average. That's excellent. By the way, he's also a 3 or 4 in pass protection, so he's able to stay on the field on all 3 downs and has a lot of pass catching upside.
He had 15 catches for 216 yards in his lone season at Chapel Hill, 5'11", 203. Spent his first 4 years of his career at Tennessee. And, of course, comes from Nashville, Tennessee. But here in Vegas,
he's doing it. And so you think about Javonte Williams, Michael Carter, Ty Chandler. When we talked to him, we talked about Phil Longo's system and the scheme in Carolina preparing him to play at the next level. We're seeing some of that play out.
And now we get our first look at Clint Ravitch, the kind of running back, fullback, hybrid runner from Northern Illinois.
Bro, like, why do y'all listen, man? You gotta understand there.
Personnel here at the East West Shrine Bowl said reminds him a little bit of
you don't have to put people in timeout for having a difference of opinion.
What I'm looking for in this one is Luke Wattenberg. He's the center. Well, he's played actually all over the place. He's played left tackle, left guard, center. Only gave up 5 sacks in 48 career starts in college. So that's really great, especially because he's really strongly rated against a bull rush.
Yep, Wattenberg, most complete offensive line.
Oh!
Birdie goes deep, but just out of bounds. Tate Martin couldn't quite keep those feet down to Kobe Durant out of South Carolina.
Let's go, Kobe. Let's go to Kobe. Seal them all, baby.
Tate Martin has been impressive all week. This is a great throw by Brock Purdy. We can see him here. The play action fake. He's going to take it right down the boundary. This ball is right. I mean,
that might be it. That might be in.
Throw.
Tay didn't leave much room there.
That might be in.
He dropped it right in the bucket. He hit the pylon. Should that be a touchdown?
That might be in.
1 foot down, though. I'm not sure we got 2 down, right? We need 2 feet down now, Buck. We're stepping up.
Very impressive catch.
Ty Chandler back in the game and running that. He's going to get the carry here for Brock Purdy. Makes 1 cut and eventually brought down by number 26, Carson Wells out of Colorado.
Yeah, Carson Wells is a good player. Talking about smart, tough, physical, really fits the bill, particularly when we talk to the staff. They talked about his intelligence and how hard he practiced and played throughout the week. But Ty Chandler, man, he turned what should have been a minimal game into a productive.
Everybody's on the West. Hezekiah. I don't know about Deshaun Dixon, but I know Houston and Durant are on the West. No, they're on the East. I'm sorry, they're on the East. So they're on the white team. So Durant and Houston are on the East.
When you look and see his college film, his ability to stop runs, especially, ranks amongst the top 65th percentile.
Daryl. Nobody listen, bro. Nobody trying to steal your money. Let's be very clear. If you sent it to a Cash App, that's not how you become a member. All right. If you bought it through YouTube, that's how you become a member. All right. So you either want to check your card or check with the account you use, but ain't nobody trying to steal your $10, bro. Be very mindful. Nobody's trying to steal your $10. So relax, bro.
You certainly had to know where he was. And Red, the thing that stands out when you're looking at
listen, I'm telling y'all, man, like, you got to understand, it's a different world when you have to call in and have the discussion, bro. It's real easy to say whatever you, damn, he sucks. That's a bad kick. It's real easy to say whatever you want in a chat and don't ever call in. It's easy. It's life. That's what people, they get off on that. Like, oh, I can say whatever I want in the chat. I don't have to call in, blah, 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 whatever. Like, the mere fact that, like, I have less expectations for people calling in who that adamant in the chat, because they're not going to. They're not going to. So don't even waste. Listen, don't even waste your thumb minutes. Okay, don't even waste your thumb minutes. Pressure. Like, understand, bro. It's not going to happen. I thought it was through the app. Your old lady. First of all, it's not an app. It's a link. Okay, and the link takes you to the actual membership, right? But if it didn't go through, I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's either you bought it and it didn't go through, or something else happened. But no, like, once again, nobody's trying to steal your $10. I'm more than telling you, nobody's trying to steal your $10. Promise you that. All you got to do is kick. You got one job. You got one job. Hey, shout out to you, Jack boy. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Daryl, I don't know what to tell you. All right? I don't know what to tell you. Nobody's trying to steal your $10. Okay? Matter of fact, send me your Cash App. I'll send it back to you. If it hurts your heart that much, listen, I'm trying to show you I'm not trying to steal your money. Put your Cash App in the chat. I will send you your $10 back. You don't even have to become a member. you could just stay in the chat, watch the show, whatever. Like it's not that serious for us. So put your stuff in the chat. All right. Put your stuff in the chat. I'll send you back your $10 and we can move on from there. Is that okay? Are you okay? Will that please you?
Gems of wisdom. Thomas Davis, certainly one of those guys. Why accept the invite to be around some of these kids?
Just understanding we can come in and we can be a difference in helping these guys excel, helping their game get better. That's what it's all about for us. To come in, help out, do whatever we can, and just try to make this week fun for these guys.
What are those points of emphasis that you wanted them to take away from this week?
I just try to sit and listen to the kids, see what they need help.
Hey, listen, real talk, like, I don't know. Listen, like, I know y'all trying to clown or whatever. Like, man, like, let's be for real. Like, you don't know what that $10 was for him or whatever. So I'm just saying, like, I don't want my character to come into place like I'm trying to steal your money. All right. So I'm not saying if you don't need the $10, if you do need the $10, that's why I'm willing to give it back to you. All right. So that's the thing. So put your stuff in the chat. We'll get it back to you. It's just that easy.
I was able to speak to the guys over the course of this week. And that's one thing that I told them, like, what is it going to be for a scout to turn on the film and fall in love with you? What is that thing going to be? What is it going to be? Effort? Is it going to be energy? Is it going to be execution? Whatever that is, you need.
Oh, man.
Hopefully some of the guys that you coached up this week are going to be doing that on the football field. Appreciate you giving us some time. Rhett, it all comes down to opportunity.
Well, Thomas Davis certainly took advantage of his opportunities in the NFL. Few had as big of an impact for the franchises he played for there. Carolina, certainly in Washington, on the field and off the field as a Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award winner.
Red, the thing was, I was at Carolina when we drafted Thomas, 14 overall, and he was the guy that played safety at Georgia. We played him at safety initially, moved him into the box. When we look at linebackers, we talk about instincts, awareness, toughness. Thomas Davis had all of that in this. So.
Hey, talk about instincts and awareness. That's what you got to have here, trying to diagnose a screenplay here. First one we've seen of the evening into the second quarter. And talked about Thomas Davis as a legend, coaching up some of these players. How about up on the offensive line with a Hall of Famer, Will Shields? That is a terrific opportunity for some of these offensive linemen.
Yeah, terrific opportunity. My former teammate, the Hall of Famer Will Shields, after watching him with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Is this the same guy supposed to have a conversation with me? I'm is free. Sound like that boy from Armistead. I'm is free. But y'all want him to call in to have a conversation with me? Yeah, I'm good.
As they pursue their careers.
Yeah, one of those guys who will see Bam Olaseni was.
Hey, you see his stuff in the chat, babe? He just put it in there. And when you send it to him, screenshot it to me so I can put it on the channel so you know what it is.
Was talking about Will Shields there and kind of tutoring a guy like Bam Olaseni, who we'll see at right tackle for the East team. One of those guys who is very raw, is only really known about American football for the last 6 years, coming over from London. But again, such a unique opportunity to.
Hey, real talk though. Why y'all trying to clown my man Daryl Bonds? At least he was trying to become a member. The rest of y'all clowning about $10 and y'all ain't members. Make that make sense to me. My man was trying to become a member with $10 and he wanted money back. The rest of y'all Bama's talk about, oh, it's just $10 and y'all ain't got no badges. So if I was Daryl, I'll be clowning y'all. Daryl, is this what we doing, Daryl? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Is it Daryl Barnes or Daryl Barnes 43? What we doing, bro? We only sending it to one.
Because of his size and the ability to mold him, just like you were talking about with Will Shields. He has that nice initial.
Is Daryl? It says Daryl Barnes 43.
Which is something that he's getting here this week.
By the way, first learned about football by listening to the Move the Sticks podcast. Come on, Buck, how about it?
How about that? That was great for him to talk about. He and his brother learning the game from the podcast. You just never know who's listening.
There you go. All right, East team punting. West team will come back out on offense here. When we come back, beautiful night here for football for Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Old Trapper Beefs. Last bag.
You want me to text it?
Text what? Yeah, text it to me. Hey, Daryl, that's what I'm going to do for you, my boy. I'm gonna show you it, and then I'm gonna block you. It's just that simple. I'm gonna show you, just so we don't have no confusion no more. I'm gonna show you your $10 has been sent back to you, and then I'm gonna block you. That's what I'm gonna do for you. So we only have this thing no more. Wow, now my screen sharing don't want to work. This is crazy. Bam. No, you got it. Nah, Theo, it's never that, my boy. I think y'all get it. Y'all really try to. I really love to argue. That's why I have an open call-in show.
91 yards to the
So
touchdown to Tegan Quatoriano, certainly catching our eye, just as he has. Quarterbacks coach for his West team comes from the Indianapolis Colts, Gerard Johnson, in awe of what Cohen has done thus far.
We got Jack, just a completion machine. I know. He's RoboCop out there. Like he's like a cyborg.
what bothers me is,
having known Cyborg.
yes, they can.
Having been on the Elite 11 tour.
All the way till August, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
He's right. I mean, Cohen has been
it's not even really the people that bother me. It's more or less like the viewpoints, right? So it's like, I just, what happens to me that you kind of make it two different things, right? Like, if that, I like to put things in people's perspective if it happened in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody did that to you in your day-to-day life, where you were a businessman and you were relying on another company to do their part to get paid, and they dipped out on you like that, just how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. If you can't, that's putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. You know what I'm saying? But nobody really wants to do that. Oh, okay, Houston. Okay, Houston. That's my thing. But it is what it is. To each his own.
Diego Fago in there, one of the intriguing stories on that East team defense.
Kerry, bro, you too old to be that dumb, bro. You are too old to be saying stupid shit like this, bro. That's why stuff is called partnerships. You have partnerships in business. All right. So listen, this is sad. You are too old for me to be explaining this to you. Real talk, bro. There are partnerships in business. There's times where, as a businessman, you can say, you know what? I'm going to get in business with this person. And if you do this for me, I will do this for you. That's a partnership. So if I need you to do A, B, and C so we can get D, E, and like, come on, bro. It's a partnership. It happens. Come on, bro. That is boy, y'all just be saying, y'all say the dumbest stuff. That's y'all, I don't make no sense.
Coming off coordinated, it should be one sound as they're moving people off the ball.
And
good move, good RPO.
Nice magician-like work here in Las Vegas. Makes sense.
Does make sense. I like that. Nice reference there. Come on, here we go. Brock Purdy, little zone read, really simple. Here, puts it in. Hard crash. That's a great job by him. Slides to make sure he keeps himself safe and protected. Great execution by the West offense. They've been very impressive throughout the game.
You know what I do know about promoters? That contract is negotiated. And it's a contract that you negotiated and signed. That means when you signed the deal, you were okay with what you were getting paid. Now, understandably, I said in the beginning, I understand that your market value has gone up. I understand that your market cap has gone up. I get all that. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I understand that as well. But you negotiated that contract. You signed on the dotted line. So regardless if you feel that was right or what you was getting paid, you agreed to it. So what are we talking about? You can't have a bowl game, right, that two teams are signed into when the other team pulls out. That's bad business.
Characteristic going forward.
Ben Stilley, the defensive lineman from Nebraska, stepping up to keep Brock Purdy to a minimal game on that scramble. About 3 yards there. And so there.
Corbin toting that rock, focus on the game.
In the first half, as Jayshon Corbin is exploding here for this West team offense. We're back after this.
Watch me.
All right. No, I'm good, babe. You still hungry? You still hungry? Got you. It's not trolling to me though. Like how you gonna troll a troller? Like, I love the conversation. I love the dialogue. That's the thing for me. Israel Carey has my personal cell number. It's nothing. He can call on here. I'll tell him the same thing if he called me offline. The exact same thing. So it's nothing to me, if I'm being honest. It ain't too much of anything. Because what I would say on the phone with him on the cell phone is the exact same thing I'll say to him if he called in right now. So it's nothing to me. So you can't troll a troll. Like I love trolling. So it is what it is. There is no Southern lineman in here. The Southern lineman is at the Senior Bowl, but Blue would tell you straight up, Jadier Carter. I hope I'm saying his name right. Jatier Carter is doing pretty well, if I'm not so mistaken. So so just because he's getting invited to bowls, he got to get drafted. That's a new one for me. I ain't never heard that. That's a new one. I like that. Come on, man. Like, how you go? Come on. You already know what it is, Goblin TV. Come on, man.
Shrine Bowl tonight and Saturday, the future stars of the NFL taking center stage at the Reese's Senior Bowl. And NFL Network is there with exclusive access. The Reese's Senior Bowl, Saturday, 2:30 Eastern, live right here.
Yeah, his stats speak, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? His measurables is what you got to really focus on. Like, he's a tweener. You know, you can have him at linebacker, you can have him at D, and I think his versatility is one and the same, man. I think his versatility is one and the same.
Yeah, Brock Purdy has this team moving, and so let's see how he finishes off. He's had a pretty solid few drives. Let's see if he can make a big-time play to get the end zone.
Man, these quarters are going by fast.
Nice got that one complete to the running back, Jayshon Corbin. Cynthia?
My models show that Purdy has two areas that are really strong. The first is his pocket awareness. When the pocket breaks down,
I don't think so, Alan Darby. I haven't seen his name on the list, but that Fayetteville State corner, he has been. And I don't know if Blue's still on here, but that Fayetteville corner from the highlights I've seen from the Senior Bowl, he has been working Bamas, like for real. He has been working Bamas. So. But Blues, he's been at the practices, so y'all can ask him or y'all can go on his channel and ask him. But he's definitely been there every day.
3rd and 3 now, though. Money down, money area.
Oh!
Takes a big hit from Navy's Diego week in practice.
A little awareness there, Brock Purdy. He didn't see Diego Fago. Big hit by Diego. When you think about Diego, you talk about an old school thumper.
Yes.
Man, those are the kind of shots that you dream about when you're a defender. Quarterback doesn't see you got a clean shot. He actually let up. He didn't.
That was smart, though. I mean, look, he's already getting used to all this. You know, at the NFL level, we got to take care of the quarterbacks. Smart play by Diego Fago, who was recognized as the practice player of the week from that East team linebacker group. Hey, look, you know, I had a chance to really impressive guy. I mean, obviously coming from Navy, he was the team captain, was one of the leaders, right? And he was telling me, yeah, you know,
let's see, man. These kickers are. Let's see what these kickers looking like. Let's see if they going. Let's see if some of these kickers going to get drafted because they have been trash.
Players, but he's done a pretty good job at both here. As Caleb Shudak is now on from Iowa, second field goal attempt of the day here as he tries this one from 50. Punter Ryan Stonehouse on the hold. And
Nice.
For the 3 points there for the West team now, an 11-0 lead. Shudak with a 50-yarder here, made a 53 in practice on.
What's up, Mr. Carey? Talk to me.
Man, look. So the information that you have about the contract, where did you get that information from?
What information about the contract? I'm just going off strictly legalities. If you sign, I'm just telling you what I know. I'll tell you. Let me say this. So from what I've read from the Clarion Ledger, and then the statement from Tennessee State says that Jackson State pulled out of a contract that they had 3 years left in. So that's a breach of a contract, is it not?
That's a version of a contract that one side has given.
Okay, so give me the other side of the narrative. We would all love to hear it for real.
Wouldn't it be nice if you had that side, right? Wouldn't it be nice?
But that's what you're calling in for. I would hope so.
Would it be nice if you knew the story, not just from Tennessee State,
but that's what
but also from the Jackson
But
State
once
side?
again, I would hope that you will call in to enlighten us on that side. Since you're so adamant there's another side, you would be calling in to enlighten us.
No, my point is this: you're putting out information and stating that information as if it's factual, but you have one side of a contract. You have one version. You have the words from university president who's upset with Jackson State when she actually should be upset with two other systems, but that's a whole nother discussion. But you have one side of a narrative, and you're on your show speaking about these things as if you know them to be factual, when all you have is actually one side of a story.
So if one person's perspective of a side, or they're telling them their side, is that not facts? Even though there's another side to it, they're still what they're saying is facts. What she's saying is facts. Jackson State had 3 years left on the contract. That's a fact. They pulled out of the Southern Heritage Classic. That's a fact. So I'm not lying. I didn't make that up. I didn't pull that out my ass. So if you're not calling to give us the other narrative, then what are you speaking on right now? You're giving us fluff. If anything, you're giving us a side that nobody's is heard of, but you're saying there's a side. So it's either give us a side.
No. My issue with you is you're citing one side of a story. Then you're taking that one side of a story and you're characterizing the other person who's involved in the contract as if they've done something horrible, and you're name calling and doing all this other shaming stuff when you don't know the side. So you've taken one side, you've made it true, and then you've accused the other side of being this, that, trash, and whatever by not knowing both sides. That's my only issue. You are speaking a truth of one side of a narrative, because if a contract is a mutually discussed and mutually agreed agreement, then you have to know what the full agreement was. You have to know what the full agreement is. You have to understand what a breach is based on the actions of the people who they say actually breached the contract. You're taking the side of the president of Tennessee State based on something that she put out there She could have said more. She could have said less. She could be more accurate. She could be lying. But you're taking that side and giving it to the listeners as if it's all true.
Okay. Once again, if you're calling in to give me a said story of said side, then what you're speaking about is fluff. There's nothing to it because you're not giving me another perspective. You're not giving me another side. So what are you discussing at this point? You're just talking.
So technically I did what Tennessee State president did. You're accusing me of doing exactly what she did.
I'm accusing you of doing exactly what who did?
The president of Tennessee State University.
Bro, there's an action to a reaction. Jackson State pulls out of a 3-year left contract. That's a fact. What have you said on here that is a fact, Mr. Carey? That's my point.
Look, but why say, oh, that's bad business?
It is. It's shady. Once again, at the end of the day, my opinion, it's shady. At the end of the day, if Jackson, like I said, I've been saying opinion, but at the end of the day, when I first started it, I said I understand that Jackson State's value is different. I understand their market cap has gone up. I get all that. I just know it's bad business and it's shady. Now, if you're going to give me another side that you know for a fact has happened, what are you talking about right now?
What I know is that you quickly jump to ridicule.
My God, you ain't saying nothing.
And talk about JSU.
You ain't saying nothing.
Knowing and hearing
Mr. Carey, you're not saying anything. You're just protecting you're protecting Jackson State. You're protecting Jackson State with no factual evidence.
Tell me how it's bad business.
Because you're in a contract that you have signed for 3 more years and you break it. That is bad business. It's bad business. So what, Mr. Carey, I'm asking you to give me another narrative. Just listen, I don't care what else you want. I don't care how you trying to protect Jackson. I don't give a shit about none of that. Just give me another narrative that you have facts on or you have inside knowledge of why Jackson State did what they did. If you're not doing that, what are we talking about?
Did not Jackson State tell you why they left?
You said there's a side, so tell us that side.
No, I want you to speak about what's
No. You called in and said there's another narrative. Tell me the other narrative.
No, I'm saying to you that you are citing one side of a narrative as the truth. And then look, my issue with you is that you take that narrative and then you smear Jackson State with the narrative. Go
ahead.
Why can't you say, wow, it would be nice to know more about like how that happened, why that happened. It would be nice to inform the audience of how things like that can happen so people can look out for that kind of stuff. But what you did, you took the narrative and you said Jackson State is shady. That's bad business. Them Bama's this, them Bama's that. My issue is there's a way to have a conversation about something that you disagree with and have an opinion on without just going on a whole smear campaign because you already feel some type of way about the university and you just use that to catapult your ongoing issues.
This has to be the biggest waste of my time in the world. Mr. Carey, all you're doing is doing a public spin job right now. That's literally all. You're an official Jackson State publicist. That's all you're doing. All you're trying to do is flip everything. It's clear as black and white and I'll even help you with your narrative. From Tennessee State side, they have a problem with Jackson State. Let me clarify this so you can open your ears. They have a problem with Jackson State pulling out of a 3-year contract that they negotiated and signed. Now, I'm going to ask you again. Do you have another narrative with factual evidence or inside knowledge for Jackson State other than being their publicist? Do you have any other information for me to give me another narrative? Yes or no?
My actions and behavior regarding this whole situation will not be synonymous with the president of Tennessee State.
So you don't. So you're talking about another narrative you have no idea about. That's what you're saying. You saying there's a whole nother narrative that you have no idea about. That's all I'm asking. It's a yes or no question.
I'm talking about the way this comes across on your show.
I don't give a damn. It's factual evidence.
I know that's the whole thing. You don't give a damn.
Bro,
Look,
it's a factual evidence. Go ahead.
You can't look, dude, every time you get a moment situation, a crack in the wall, a peephole, anything that Jackson State is involved in that you have an opinion about, your opinion turns into a whole different mischaracterization of the university.
How?
That's what I'm saying. That my issue is with you,
Mr. Carey. Mr. Carey.
You don't have to get personal about
Mr.
it.
Carey.
Go at the university.
Mr. Carey.
Like that.
Am I making up these headlines? I just listen. I need you. Listen. I'm simply going to ask you yes or no questions. I don't need to hear all that JSU publicist spin crap. I don't need to hear none. Am I making these headlines up? Am I making these up? Am I pulling headlines out my ass? I'm saying, you know what? I heard through the grapevine from somebody in a deep shell in a hole somewhere that Jack State. I'm not making this is public knowledge that I'm referring to based off public information printed by numerous news sources outside of myself. I'm reporting on. I can have an opinion about. It's my show. And I've told you from jump, I don't give a damn that you're a member or not. If you don't like it, you can move along. If so, I'm going to continue to keep saying whatever I really want to talk about. Now, once again, if I'm gonna go back to your original point, if you're not on here to have another narrative, all you're doing is JSU publicist spin work. That's all you're doing.
You have an opinion? I have an opinion.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Gary, for the call. Bro, like, what do we like? Y'all, there has to be a Jackson State 101. There has to be a Jackson State 101 brainwashing conversation. Like, it has to be brainwashing because there's no way possible that you're going to come on here and try to act like JSU's publicist and act like I'm making up headlines. That I'm making up headlines. What are we doing? Hey, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Hey, look. With the Tennessee State situation, to help Mr. Carey out, Jackson State already put out the reasons that they pulled out. To me, it's a money thing.
Okay, tell me those reasons, please.
Listen. I agree with you. First off, let me say I agree with you 100%. Like, business is business, and Tennessee State is Jackson State partners. And if you know, like I went to Jackson State for a year. If you know people, students, alumni, like they fuck with that game. Like the Southern Heritage Classic is big. So alumni and students are mad. I'm pretty sure they mad about, you know what I'm saying, the fact that game is being pulled. So when it popped off and they said that the game has been canceled, and we're like, damn, why is it being canceled? So obviously it's about money. So they asked Jackson State. Jackson State say it's a SWAC. It's a conflict with the SWAC. And I'm assuming like a game or something. But then they asked the SWAC. And the SWAC responded and said, we ain't had nothing to do with that. So then they went back to Jackson State and asked Jackson State. They said the SWAC said they had nothing to do with it. What's going on? They said no comment. So obviously it's a decision Jackson State making personally. And like you say, business is business. At the least, if Jackson State felt like, you know what I'm saying, this was the best decision for them financially, then okay, make that move. But at the same time, it's good business to at least partner with Tennessee State and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, this is what we trying to do. The promoter's screwing us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Can we come together and do this? Or you know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. Like,
yeah,
you know
listen, once again, Ryan, I'm not saying that at this point in time, Jackson State should not get every dollar they deserve. I agree.
Right.
I listen, you're hot. You know what I'm saying? It's like Floyd Mayweather having a boxing match and getting paid less than $100 million. He's worth, you know what I'm saying? Like, get whatever you're worth. But it's why do that to another HBCU? And I've seen other school. I've seen people in the comments like, oh, Tennessee State don't want to be black anyway. Tennessee State don't want to be an HBCU anyway. And I'm like, really? That's what we doing? You know what I'm saying? But my only disagreement is, you knew before 2 or 3 days ago that you were trying to get out this contract, just give them a heads up. If you was
right,
call them.
It's even better business. It's better business just to talk to Tennessee State.
On,
Maybe we
man.
can do something without the promoter. Maybe we can cut the promoter out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I fought Jackson State long, but you know what I'm saying? I'm slick disappointed in this situation. Cause me and my old lady was thinking about going to Memphis for the game. You know what I'm saying? Now it's canceled. Now I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, okay, I hope y'all got a game. You know what I'm saying? That's worth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all canceling this game. You know what I'm saying? Now, and then another thing they got to think about is now what if FAMU take y'all spot? Southern take y'all spot in this game. And then with Dion leave, now we looking stupid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I'll say this, man. This is the only thing I say, and I appreciate the call, Ryan, and I appreciate the objectivity because once again, like I'm super objective. Like if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like this: I just feel like if you knew you was trying to get out, that's cool. You know, do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Get your money while you can, but it's just how you handle it. I disagree with that way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know who they going to schedule. And Ryan, and you've been on this show long enough. You've heard people come on here talk about how hard it is to schedule teams. Tell me how they had an opponent ready to take that spot when schedules are 2 or 3 years out. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the schedule. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Do they got a Kennesaw State on the schedule, or you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. So, but hey, man, appreciate the call, Ryan. All right, man. Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, man, appreciate the call, Ryan.
Scotty.
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Kenny calling out of Jackson.
Talk to me, Kenny.
All right. I'm a big Jackson State fan, of course. I'm not gonna lie, everything you said is true. That was shady. That was shady as fuck. But they stay wrong for it. But I'm gonna say this though. Tennessee State put themselves in this position though.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Jackson State, but I also blame Tennessee State because when Tennessee State had players test to join the SWAC, they wouldn't have to worry about this right now what's going on. Because they'll be in the SWAC. It would be impossible not to play Jackson State. So they put themselves in this position. They could have been joined the SWAC. They had chances, plenty of chances to join the SWAC. So your president, she's mad that they pulled out the Heritage Classic. But if you would have just joined the SWAC from the get-go, you wouldn't be going through this. But now, like I said, Jackson State wrong. That was shady. But they put this on themselves too, though, because they could have been in the SWAC anyway. They should have been in the SWAC anyway. They should have been there. They're not even far from Jackson State or none of the other SWAC schools. They should have been in the SWAC. They chose not to. So they really put themselves in a way in a predicament.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
So, them being in the conference that they are, that their travel is like super convenient. You know what I'm saying? Like before, before they, so you're telling me just because you didn't want them to do what you wanted them to do, which was because financially, before the conference kind of got realigned, it made sense. Them being in the OVC, it made sense. I mean, everybody was in Tennessee. Like literally, you talking about 2, 3, their longest drive was maybe 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like financially, that's why FAMU and Bethune-Cookman came over to the SWAC because financially it made sense because they're in our same regional department. So Tennessee State's doing the same thing for their school. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to go down to, you know what I'm saying? So listen, so all I'm saying is that I'm not saying that them not being in the SWAC doesn't help them or hurt them. I'm saying I get your point, but that one, if that's the only argument, but you've been doing this since 1990, come on now. You know what I'm saying? If it was for the last 4 or 5 years, I'd be like, okay. But you've been doing this classes since 1990. So that was never a problem before until now, but go ahead.
No, I get it. I understand it. Like just like the Bronco Classic. They was going there for a while, then they cut it out, but it came back. Now who's to say this won't come back? It very well could come back. I think it was kind of a money thing. I think it was a money thing. I really do. And I think Tennessee State president, she's mad because I'm gonna be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, Tennessee State doesn't even fill up their own stadium. This one game made them a lot of money. So I'll be mad too. Shit, this one of the games that we look forward to. You know, it's a money game. So I understand why she's mad, because like I said, it's a money game for them. I get it. And then on Jackson State side, they looking at shit. We got Dion shit. We gonna make money regardless. We don't need them, so they cut them out. That is shady. And that's probably like what happened. They looking at it like, hey, we don't need them. Shit, we bring more fans to Memphis than they do, and they in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
They try to look at it like that.
So I've been.
And that's still shady. Don't get me wrong.
No. I get you. I went to the Southern Heritage Classic last year or this year. Yeah, last year. And listen.
I was there too. So.
Man, it was crunk. It was crazy. It was crazy. And it was, and I said, if I'm being 100% honest, I felt I've been to the Orange Blossom Classic and I went to the Southern Heritage Classic. I felt the Heritage Classic was better than the Orange Blossom Classic.
I do too.
By far. It was real, like that.
It was rocking.
Man,
it was rocking in Memphis.
It was rock. I mean, it was like a home family type vibe. It was it was more gritty and gutter. Like I loved it. I ain't gonna lie. It was probably 50,000.
Don't get me wrong. Now I'm gonna miss that classic.
Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna miss that class because it was close. Man, that's a quick drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's quick. It's fast. It's quicker than going to Miami.
So my thing is this. Go ahead.
That's definitely what happened though. It was bullshit. Don't get me wrong. It was bullshit on Jackson State side. It was bullshit. You know.
So,
but no, sometimes that happens.
It does. It does.
It happens.
But I just listen. Once again, I'm only saying from my point of view. I don't like the pulling.
I get what you're saying. I agree with you because that was bullshit.
I get, but we all know why y'all pull. Yeah, it's a money play, and once again, I'm okay with that. Get your money. I'm not. That's not my reason. Like if dollars make sense, it's just how you did it. You know, like once again, it's just how you do it. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do about you going to get more. Go get more money. Get as much as you can.
I mean, I feel like
Go ahead.
The best thing Jackson State should have did is they knew they was going. I mean, come on, let's be honest. I think Jackson State already knew they were going to pull out that game.
Facts.
But they didn't say anything. They should have said something last season, at the end of last season. They should have been like, hey, they should have got with them, got together, and then like that. But the damn season, you're going to pull out right now at this point in time.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I'll be mad too.
Hey, let me take this last caller.
Tennessee State got a shuffle around to find out what they're gonna do now.
On a short notice. Yeah, on a short notice. But hey, man, let me take these last two callers, man. Appreciate the call.
All
right, man. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to us.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Carlton, and I'm calling from St. Louis.
Talk to me.
I'm a Jackson State grad. But I really wanted to talk about one of the things that regarding the contract that was kind of interesting is that I was listening to Dr. Cavill's show earlier, and he was talking about he researched the contracts, and he found out that each school got about $250,000 each, which is way low compared to what Jackson State potentially could make doing other things. And so I think that's a motivating factor in it. I don't know how the contract was structured. He didn't see how the contract was structured. It was year to year, even though it could have been a 3-year contract. I don't know if there's an opt-out clause or a way to get out of it. I didn't hear that part of it, so I don't know that. But looking at it from the money aspect of it, the band got something like $30,000 or $30,000 or $40,000, and the teams got $250,000 each, which is extremely low when you consider that Memphis, how much the teams make. Are from just out of the attendance alone should be more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jackson State's looking to make, I think, between $1 million easily on the new classic they're going to do with Arkansas Pine Bluff, excuse me, rather. So that's the other thing. So I think it may be, I don't know what the actual contract is to know how they got out of it, but they must feel like they can get out of it somehow.
So
that's the only thing I would.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, right? Since we're talking numbers, if you negotiated that, right? Because that's what happens in a contract, even with a promoter, you negotiate it. And Jackson State felt that their value was $250K. Whose fault is that?
Well, that's the fault of the people that have negotiated the original contract.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's a way to get out of it. I don't know if they would just get out of it. I mean, maybe they would. We'll find out in court whether or not they have a way to get out of it. They must have a way. The letter was written, so I'm thinking they have to have a way to get out of it. Otherwise, they play it. I don't understand getting sued because they, potentially could have to pay it. So that wouldn't make sense. So it's either a negotiating ploy, or they feel like they've got a stance. They've got a legal stance to do it.
Well, I mean, I just feel like, listen, once again, it's like this, right? Let's keep it all. Let's keep it all. If an NBA player, right, who's been on injury, gets up for contract and he signs a 4-year deal, that's a team-friendly deal, but in the middle of that deal, he becomes an all-pro and an all-star, he can come back and renegotiate, but he has to play underneath that contract. Is that true? That's what it. Huh?
That's true. I agree with what you're saying. But I don't think they would actually write a letter to get out of it if there wasn't a way out of it,
sir.
I don't.
Sir,
think
you can listen. You can. All I'm saying is that once you sign a contract, you're like, unless there's a clause, right, that you either have to, usually 9 times out of 10, when you breach a contract, there's a payout or a clause that that you need to get or make it happen or whatever. So my thing is this: the way Jackson State got out of it lets me know, in my personal opinion, that they just jumped ship and they was like, you know what, we'll deal with the consequences when they come. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But once you're locked into a contract, you either play your contract out or you guys go back to the table and renegotiate. But the company that had your contract, if they say they don't want to renegotiate, you got to play underneath your contract. That's the beast.
Like you said, unless there is a clause which allows you to get out of it, and there must be a clause that they're using to get out of it. That's the only I can think.
We shall see. We shall see.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Find out.
You definitely right. We definitely will. But hey, man, appreciate the call though.
All right.
Hey, peace.
Nice listening to your call. I like to listen to your station. So anyway, keep it up.
Hey,
all
man,
right,
appreciate you. Peace. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yes, I'm calling to find out if Mr. Valley State got any signees.
Valley State?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. They signed, from what I've seen, they had a great early signing period. They have, but their new commits, I know they got an offensive lineman that they flipped from Michigan State. He was a preferred walk-on at Michigan State. He was like 6'7", 300 offensive lineman. I know they got another offensive lineman named is Evan Griffin. He's about 6'5", 300 pounds. So a lot of their early signees are old linemen. Let me go on their Twitter real quick to see if I can find you something out real quick.
I know on YouTube I'm watching this National Signing Day special.
Yes, ma'am.
And they're not naming anything about Valley, so I wondered if they got any.
Yes, ma'am. So let me read this off to you real quick. So they have a kid named Justin Ested, 6'3" D lineman, 240 out of Georgia. They got another kid, defensive lineman, 6 foot 310, named Dietrich Jones. They got another kid, Devin Runnels, offensive lineman, 6'7", 310 from Michigan. That's the kid they flipped from Michigan State. His name was Javin Griffin. I apologize. 6'3" offensive lineman, 300 pounds. They got a wide receiver named Cameron Hines, 6 foot 180 from Mississippi East Mississippi Community College. They have a wide receiver, Miles Hobson, 6'2", from East Mississippi Community College. They have a tight end, 6'3", 266, Driver Jr. So those are the guys they signed today. And then they have the early signing period where they got the Jamari Jones kid, who's a quarterback, and they got some running backs in that class as well. So Coach Dancy is definitely doing some big things down there. He's doing a great job.
He certainly is, and we sure do appreciate him.
Yes, ma'am. He's a coach that you definitely don't want to let go.
I do support Valley. I'm a 1962 graduate. 62 graduate from Valley State, a nursing school, and I've been supporting them ever since 62.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I just hope the rest of the alumni does the same thing. But we're having problems with that. But we're going to try to straighten it out.
You surely will. I think you're going to get a lot more wins this year with Coach Dancy and that team.
He is a very good coach, and we are proud to have him. And thank you very much for letting me know who they got.
No problem, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, let's get back to the game. It's still 11-0. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Oh, okay. Okay, Ty Chandler. Oh, he fumbled. Ooh. Hey, you right. Hey, Ty, you right about this one. Coach Lucky, hey, he be recruiting his butt off. People need to put some respect on Coach Lucky's name. He do be recruiting his butt off. Shout out to you, Coach Lucky.
Playing the National Football League, they attack the ball relentlessly. It's always the number one thing. Everything is done to take the ball away. Ty Chandler has to put 2 hands on the ball. He has to secure it. Can't let the ball get out of there.
Ooh, that thing popped out like a hot potato.
Louisiana, ripping that ball out, Cynthia.
When I look to see what happened there, it's interesting because that's actually not what we saw from a lot of his films. So that could be just a function of not typically playing with these other players. This is a new offense for him just this week. It's not something that they will see in his college film very often.
Yeah, Ty Chandler, another 9-yard run there, and he's got this West team offense. Yard shy of another first down, getting close to the red zone here. He's got 9 carries for.
I'm going to say this, okay? This is my last thing about Laxton State, all right? If you're a fan of Laxton State, right, and you think you're going to play a real out-of-conference game, you're not. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm not going to say nothing else. If you're a Laxton State fan, I'm telling you right now, if you think you're going to play a real out-of-conference game, you're not, okay? Back to the game.
It's one of those things that we always have to talk about at these all-star games or when these guys move on to mini camps. A lot of the quarterbacks have limited experience taking the snap from under center.
I see you, Coach. I see you, Coach Black. I see you, Coach Black.
Stanley Berryhill in the slot there. Tay Martin, one of the stud performers of the first quarter, out on the perimeter as well. As the handoff goes to Jay Sean.
Ooh, you see the boom bop? You see the boom bop?
Defense, really nice moves in the.
You see the boom bop? Oh my God! Oh my God! That boom bop was nasty.
You like it here? Simple zone scheme to come across. He gets it.
Anyone willing to bet? Send a cash app at Oscar. I'm down with the bet. Hey Vaughn, what you want to put on Laxton State won't have a real out-of-conference schedule. What you want to put on it? What you want to put on it? How about this? I'll do you one better. I bet, right? I bet you right now, that Laxton State won't have an equal opponent or FBS opponent on their schedule. All right. So it has to be somebody out of their conference in any FCS program, okay, or an FBS program for Laxton State, okay? So that's the bet. So if you want to make that bet, we can make that bet. I'm cool with it. We can put 100 on it right now. Equal to me is anybody outside your conference. Anybody outside your conference. I don't care who it is. They have to be FCS and above. All right, we making that bet? Bet. Say less. Say less. $100. Hey, email, babe. Can you email? Hey, my girl said put your cash app in the chat. My girl said put your cash app in the chat. Huh? I think the schedule comes out on Monday. Hey, make sure. Hey, no, matter of fact, put your cell phone number. Yeah, email your cell number. All right, email your cell number. Support@itsoffscript.com. Email your cell number. I want your digits, homie. No homo. I want your digits. He said make a bet. He brought the bet up. I ain't bring the bet up. I'm just saying. Woo, West scores again. 17-0.
the desert.
Hydration situation.
Jelani Woods really stands out in all of my metrics for a number of reasons. Now we can add keg stand, but ultimately his transition to be a pass catcher, one of just 9 tight ends in the entire country to be targeted over 70 times.
What?
Last season he hauled in 44.
I got you. That's easy out of interference. What? What's that mean?
There we go. He's been practicing for that.
Again, no extra points here in the Shrine Bowl. Every offense that scores a touchdown has to go for 2. West converted on their last touchdown.
Uh-oh. No, Jacoby. Oh, Jacoby. Jacoby. Ah.
That was fantastic.
Look, Tyquan Thompson, he's been outstanding this week. He's another outstanding route runner. Great throw and catch.
Thompson to Thornton for the
don't do my boy like that. Don't do my boy like that.
Watch me roam.
Come on, Durant. You better than that, baby. Better than that, baby. So, Vaughn, I want to be. Hey, Vaughn, call in real quick. Just call in. If you call in, I can see your number, so I can make sure I screenshot it. So call in real quick, Vaughn. Took my mask off, Vaughn. Yeah, so call in, Vaughn, so I can get your number. Bro, it's in the ticker, bro. 516-259-9041. 516-259-9041. That's the number. I just read 516-259-9041. Anybody else want to make that bet? Anybody else want to make? I'll come down in price. We can do something for. We can do a gentleman's bet. We can do $20. Anybody else want to make that bet? $20. Anybody else want to make that bet? Nice little friendly wager. All right, I'm about to screenshot your number right here, Vaughn. I got you. All right, just got it. Hey, so it's 150, right?
What up, though? Absolutely.
All right, 150. I just screenshotted your number. So this is. I want to make sure we understand the rules. The rules are as long as Jackson State schedules an FCS opponent or above, it don't got to be nobody special. It has to be an FCS opponent outside their conference and above. You win $150. If it's a lesser opponent, I win $150. Understood?
That's fair enough.
Okay. I just want to make sure we understand each other. I got your number. Got it locked in. Go ahead.
That's easy, man. We can do that all day.
Okay. Too easy. Hey, appreciate the call in, Vaughn.
Hey, man. Anytime.
All right, man. Peace. So, just want to make sure we got that on wax.
Now I can play sports.
Just want to make sure we got that on wax.
And I'm really thankful for that.
All right, what's the moment that stood out?
Anybody else? Anybody else want to make that bet? Anybody else? Listen. The lady. Miss Script is not very affluent. All right. So if anybody wants to make that bet, anybody else want to help me take care of her, please make that bet. Any FCS school, any FCS school, all right, other than your conference. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Yeah, I want to make that bet that JSU got that D in their mouth.
Okay. Hey, if you want to make the bet, you got to call in. All right, because I got to get your number. All right, I ain't playing. We ain't playing them type of games. South Dakota State getting loose.
Pierre Strong trying to take it to the house.
TD. Let's go East. Let's go East.
How about it? A little explosive action. Finally, East team needed it badly there. As Pierre Strong, we identified Bucky as a guy who was able to make the big play.
Yeah, big play. That's one of the things that we had talked about. His ability.
Hey, Goblin. Appreciate that. I have 3 players getting drafted. The Fayetteville State corner, James Houston, and Jatier Carter. I think they get drafted. I think 4 with Jacoby Durant. Ooh, my bad. Wrong button. All right, so yeah. So I got 4 players getting drafted.
Into the end zone. All right, so first opportunity for the 2-point conversion here.
Anybody else? If you listen, if you don't call in, you ain't making the bet. You got to call in. If you want to make that bet with me.
With Perry and Strong in the shotgun.
Hey, shout out to Ty. Yeah, like the video. Like the video. Oh, shoot. I forgot about Marquise Bell. Yeah, put 5 on there. Put 5 on there. Yeah, put 5 on there for me.
2-point conversions in the East team. Finally getting their celebratory moment on the board, but still down.
Put 5 on there for me, Goblin.
Back here with us after this break here from the Shrine Bowl.
Come on, first 8.
Huh? What I know? This is what I know. I know Coach Sanders doesn't like competition. That's all I know. Laxton State does not like competition. Okay, so it is. Let me. I'm gonna be very clear from this point forward. Just like Skip Bayless referred to Kawhi Leonard as number 2, no longer on my channel will I refer to Jackson State as Jackson State. They will be referred to as Laxton State. Okay, Laxton State. Since everybody says I always got Jackson State's name in my mouth, I'm gonna name it Laxton State. All right. So I could be talking about them. I could not be talking about them. So Laxton State. Once again, I know for a fact Coach Prime does not like competition. So I stand on the fact that I know he's going to do a lower level competition at Laxton State. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a lower call. Hey, if you so sure about that, call in and make the bet. If you are you $100 sure about that? Are you $100 sure about that? That's all I'm saying.
I have to be free to be who I am.
How would I have seen the schedule? How would I seen Laxton State schedule?
I got the open.
Hey, man, Don, you a real one, Don. You a real one, Don.
Isn't it time your podcast too?
Listen, I don't usually say the N-word on my channel. But if you was any bigger, you'll be my bigger nigga. That's what let's appreciate you, Don. Appreciate you, my boy. That you a real one. You a real one. You are a real one.
Live coverage from Los Angeles all week long. NFL Network.
I have no sources at Laxton State. I have no sources at Laxton State. I don't. I really don't. I don't know. I don't have any connections there. I'm a pariah. All right. Listen. I have a wanted sign on the front of Laxton State's entrance. So security be like, excuse me, sir, please turn. And yeah, so yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm.
East-West Shrine Bowl invite coming out of Grand Valley State where you had 21.5.
Got a wanted sign. No entry for that young black man right there.
Scouts and evaluators coming from Grand Valley to get to the league. It was
Just making sure they knew I can play with the level of competition.
What?
You know, you got a lot of guys.
I don't know what y'all think I got. Listen, I'm just a lonely young man that likes to talk sports. That's all I like to do. I like to talk sports. That's it. I don't got no sources. That's why I always say unofficially, officially. That's all. Oh, you know it's coming time. I got another one, Laxton State. Laxton State. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna make a shirt. It's coming. It's coming.
I think once Steve Smith and Sis gave us the nod, you know, it's just those people on your team that, you know, give you confidence. And just because what they've done in the league, and once those people give you that confidence, you're able to take off.
Russ Easton on that tackle.
FAMU schedule already came out.
Out of Oklahoma State. So Drew Wilkins is the defensive coordinator here.
FAMU schedule been out. That was my first schedule review. Wow. That's what we doing, Mr. Campbell? He's going to put my business out there like that? That's what we doing? Wow. Wow. I might have to do that. I might have to do that, Ty. I mean, I got enough names. I got Southern. I got Laxton State. I got Rocket Mortgage Hornets. Who else I need? Yeah. Hey, he's doing pretty good. They got him in. He's playing Mike right now. He's doing really well. Here we go. Running it down. Oh, he overran it. Listen. I'm trying to get this. I'm gonna try to get my background redone. It's gonna be looking real nice once I get it all there. I don't do that to my bandwagon team, sir. No, sir. Won't do it. And that's not even really creative, Deputy Mario. Gotta come on, man. Gotta be a little bit more creative than that.
You know, Matthew, thinking about the transition you made going from Baltimore.
Hey, that's pretty good. I ain't even gonna lie. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like that one. That's pretty good.
I mean, I think it was just I was put in different situations. You know, they utilized me differently than Baltimore did. Baltimore, I was doing more roverish stuff, dropping back and coverage, and I did it well. But unless I'm getting interceptions, nobody really noticed what I'm doing. And so
I think A&M got the toughest schedule, if I'm being honest. No. Alabama A&M to me has the toughest schedule. If you look at the whole schedule, I think Alabama A&M has the hardest schedule in my opinion.
On Sunday, as you just watched Trey Walker, linebacker out of Idaho, come up with a tackle there. 338 career tackles for a player again at the FCS level. Trying to make
You want to put money on that?
Evaluators here this week, Matthew.
You want to put some money on that?
I mean, I think just when you go out there, you look like a natural player, and it's fluid. Yeah, and it doesn't look forced. I think.
Come on, bam! Come on, Houston. There you go.
And you know, Bucky used to talk about Ozzie used to say that sack production always translates no matter what level of play. Clearly did for you at Grand Valley State with your 21 and what you've done now in the NFL. There's a player right there, number 41, that just made that stop. Jackson State. That's 16 and a half sacks and led FCS.
I think I have.
Category.
I mean, he just got to show what he can do. Yeah, I think once he get the opportunity.
Yeah, he did. He played in the NFLPA Bowl, and now he's in the East-West Shrine game.
I think he'll become that player and be productive like that. But if he doesn't get that opportunity, it's hard. So I think that we got the preseason back. Yeah, it definitely helps. It definitely helps for those guys that need those opportunities and need those looks.
Ali Fayyad there with the sack on third down.
The game that he didn't show up in.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, we got another flag.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of the games. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you nothing.
Jeez. Automatic. First down. Those are the killers, right, Matthew?
Yeah.
You had him back 4th and 17, and now you give him the automatic first down, as that's called on Kobe Durant. here this week in the event and as you get set for the game on Sunday?
Honestly, it's some of my favorite players in the game. You know, I grew up watching this game and definitely being a fan of players, but now I get to watch them like on the sideline and play against them.
All right, so this is Bethune-Cookman's schedule. This is Bethune-Cookman's schedule. Okay, you're saying it's hard because of you're saying it's hard the first 6 games, but really, bro, these are conference games, man. They're not like what. Listen, let's take our SWAC caps off for a minute, okay? Let's take our SWAC caps off. This is not like the University of Miami is a money game. We understand what that is. South Carolina State, Grambling, A&M, Tennessee State, and Jackson State. These are all they're damn near in conference games, bro. That's not hard. That's not hard. Do they have a chance of winning them? Okay, but they're not hard games. You know what I'm saying? If Bethune-Cookman could have upset PV last year, okay? Like, okay, so I'm not saying that Bethune-Cookman is going to be a great team, but this isn't a hard schedule. All right, you're looking at it like on the level of Bethune-Cookman to the level of your conference teams. It looks disparaging, but it's really not. These are pretty much all conference games. Like, okay, whoop-de-doo. Now, let me show you A&M schedule.
Be the next Dancing with Stars champion. 3rd down here for this West team offense. Chandler back in the game, had a terrific first half. Oh, Scott Thompson, no snap, able to corral it. He's got some time here. Jared Stearns.
Nice throw.
Crossing the field, and he'll have the first down as this West team moves into East territory. Taking a look at this one, Buck, here from Skyler.
Yeah, you know, when you drop the snap, the timing is thrown off, but give him credit for having enough poise to find the open receiver and to throw an accurate pass. Great job by Stearns on this shallow cross, runs away from the coverage, and continues to finish it off as he moves past for first down.
Yeah, they have 9 losses because the team isn't good. Not because their schedule is hard. It's just because the teams aren't good. They're not good. It has nothing to do with their schedule. They got to play who they got to play. They're just not a good team. Like, come on, guys. You could have probably put a couple of D2 schools on there. They might have lost those games as well, man. Like, Bethune-Cookman is not a good team. Let me see if I can find this schedule somebody sent me. Oh, wow. He can't be that open.
You can play special teams.
Yo, this kid is killing Durant.
That's when you're more effective. When they don't know who you're going to be, it's hard to stop.
Number 77, offense.
Oh, man. Thank God. Thank God. All right. This is A&M schedule.
Devin Cochran.
Look at the first 3 games. UAB, Troy, Austin P, FAM. Those are hard games. You know what I'm saying? This is a schedule that is trying to test the team, okay? That's what a schedule is supposed to do. You're supposed to test your team. UAB, Troy, Austin P. Like, come on. And then they got this Alabama State, Mississippi Valley, Jackson State, Texas Southern. All right. So it's the 3 non-conference games, right? It's a total collaborative game. It's a total collaborative schedule. You got 2 of the hardest teams because 1, you're in the East. So you got FAM at Jackson State, and then they got 3 beastie out of conference games. Like, that's what a schedule is supposed to look like. You got to challenge yourself. Alcorn, the same way. Great schedule. All right? That's what you're supposed to do. Challenge yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's it, man. Challenge yourself.
From Loving Hall.
Hey, that's all I got. That's all I can find, man. That's all I can find. That's all I can find, man. Listen, that's all I can find. Don't blame me for what I can find. My fault. Laxon State. My bad. I got to get used to it. I got to stick to it. It's not about if Troy's good. It's not about that. It's a team that it's. If Troy not good, why Laxon State ain't schedule him? Why Laxon State ain't schedule him if they not good? Why Southern didn't schedule them if they not good? Y'all Bamas don't want to compete, man. I don't care what nobody says. The team, like Blue said, you got one of your worst teams scheduling Murray State, North Dakota State, like one of your worst teams. But your top teams, they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to challenge themselves. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Show enough did. And skull drug him. All right. So let's see what I'm saying. Like, shout out to Southern for that. Southern. And they played McNeese. So that was a great schedule. So how you come back and follow that up with this weak schedule that you got, that they got this year, man, listen, bro. Like Mr. Forrest said, it's because they Kappas or the red people. You know what I'm saying? The red shimmy people. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But Troy not good, though.
Nice shot. Good ball, Scholar. There you go.
Nah, it's not about no revenue. It ain't about revenue. Nah, y'all better. First of all, I know why Southern put that horrible team on their homecoming. They didn't want what happened at PV to happen again. That's why they did that at homecoming. I know that for a fact. They didn't want to get their butt whooped again.
That was fantastic as Skylar Thompson touchdown toss to Jelani Woods and the 2-point conversion.
The story behind Laxon State is this, right? I might have to make a whole video just to explain it. So Laxon State is this. All the Laxon State fans get upset because they say, oh, Scotty, you always talking about us. You always got our name in the mouth. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to change the name. Laxon State. So am I really talking about y'all? To each his own. So I'm going to call them Laxon State. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? They always got something. Now, I'm going to give you a reason to complain. You want to complain about something? I'm going to give you a complaint. Laxon State fans. I'm going to give you a reason. I'm going to give you a reason to complain. You want to complain? I'm going to give you a reason to complain. There you go. Now you get all the reasons you want, Laxon State. Do what you want.
His coach, Chris Kleiman, was talking about just put it in Seven's hands. That's what I was thinking.
All right, appreciate it.
That's clearly what Clayton Adams and Gerard Johnson have been thinking here in this third and fourth quarters now for this West team. But that drive will stall, and you'll see. Oh, that ball touched an East defender.
Dang.
Russ Yeast had that ball hit off his leg, and the West able to jump on it. And so a fortunate bounce for the West team will give them the ball back here. Bucky special teams showing up.
The ruling on the field is that the kick was touched by the receiving team and subsequently covered by the kicking team.
I don't see no message in my IG.
Special teams matter, and here's what happens, Reg. You have a lot of guys who may have never participated in special teams at their respective colleges. They don't necessarily understand some of the
I don't see you in my IG, bro.
Rambo makes a poison call, waves his hands, yells it repeatedly to encourage or tell all of the blockers to get out of the way. Hot, 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 poison, poison, poison,
poison. Wow.
Really demonstrative and letting his teammates know.
Nice work by Clint Radovich out of Northern Illinois to jump on that one and give the ball back to Skylar Thompson as if the West team needed any more advantages here. Skylar moving off to his left and trying to get that out to his tight end Jelani Woods, but that will fall incomplete. But again, was talking about what Skylar Thompson was able to do in his accomplished career there at Kansas State. Dealt with some injuries, throughout there in Manhattan, Kansas, but really.
I like the graphic. Appreciate it.
There on top with those 3 touchdowns in that win, and really showing off his experience here as a 6th-year guy.
Yeah, showing off that experience. And experience matters. It's one of those things that you love from players. They get a ton of career starts. It allows them to develop. And then when they get to the National Football League, that experience sometimes gives them a leg up on the competition.
2nd and 10. Skyler trying to get it out to Jay Shun.
All right, so let me show you my new graphic, which I got the hookup on.
When I look at Skyler,
Shout out to my new graphic.
It's interesting to see how he got better not throwing interceptions. He was very accurate. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean he was used in the deep passing game as often as others, but it's really good to see how he got to those reads. You know, lower and 3rd and 4th reads were good for him, and a flag as good for him as well.
Skyler Thompson was 5 of 5 before this drive. Now 5 of 8, 65 yards.
Oh, I see it.
Thompson now with a 3rd and 10 here. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at that little flip.
Wow, nice. All right, y'all see the new schedule. Shout out to the guy who sent me that. All right, and next one up.
Makes the play. After that, Thornton has enough awareness to understand where the sticks were. He gets the first down. This is why you like quarterbacks that can extend plays, man.
Let me see. Texas Southern, Abilene Christian, Incarnate Word. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Definitely not bad at all.
From inside the 5. Got 2 backs in the game here. I haven't seen that much tonight yet.
I still think Alabama. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Drug that boy. I still think Alabama A&M schedule is harder, though.
Takes the little handoff, has to find the crack, but then the nose for the goal line. Really impressive performance from Corbin here. We'll see it. Takes a little jab step, hits the handoff. Nice cut away from Houston, but then it's the finishing skills. The power of the lower body allows him to take it over the inline. Great run by Corbin.
And again, that West team offensive line has been fantastic, opening up holes here. But that one, Corbin, had to get those final 2 yards on all by himself there inside the 5. And to go down there and do the dirty work. So 2-point conversion again. They've been perfect.
Fact serve. Big fact serve.
See if Skyler Thompson can continue that trend. Thompson has some
Got him. Oh, intentional grounding.
By number 95, Thomas Booker from Stanford forced a errant throw from Skyler Thompson, but not before Jay-Sean Corbin put the West on the board once again.
Facts, Luke.
5-8.
Facts, Luke. Big facts. Big facts. Like I said, I just want to see, like, listen, man, I want to see Travis Hunter go against top level talent. And I'm not saying the SWAC doesn't have top level talent. We all know the SWAC's level of talent is coming up. But I want to see Shador against a top level FCS team or a low level FBS team. I want to see that. I think ULM was a great matchup with that D line, and it was a great matchup, and the game was still good. Like, I want to see that. Like, for you to have the number 1 FCS class and not want to play a high level FCS team, I don't get it, man. So to me, Laxton State don't want to compete, but that is what it is, man. That is what it is. Let me see what this Alabama State schedule looking like. Oh, I can't find the graphic, so. There's no clear mission, bro. You guys are padding stats, bro. There's no clear mission. Laxton State is padding stats. We know what it is, man. Let's just call a spade a spade. You guys are padding your stats. It is what it is. Listen. Do whatever you want, man. Be the biggest bullies on your block. All right, that just is what it is, man. Yeah, listen, like my mama say, if you like it, I love it. That's it.
Extend their lead.
I'm surprising my team with a preview of the latest sneaker drop.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one. That's gonna be a good one. If they schedule really, as Scotty says, you better believe no more top talent. I don't agree with that. I think if you play a top team close, how about that? But you will never know where you stand at, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you never play them, you will never know where you really stand. It's all speculation. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with championships, you know, when they didn't have the playoffs and you had teams left off from the championship game, you're like, could that team have really beat that team? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, everything can't be perfect. But if you just at least schedule them to see, you know what I'm saying? And once again, it doesn't even have to be a North Dakota State. It could be an Incarnate Word. It could be Central Arkansas. It could be just any FCS team in your outside your conference. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for a lot. You know what I'm saying? I get that you don't want to play the Power 5 money games. I get that. Okay, I'm not. But come on, Laxton State, you got to do better than that, bro. Got to do better than that. Now I got to wait till 2024. Oh, thank you. God willing, I'll make it. God willing. Thank you so much. Scotty, you should look at the MIA conference, strongest D2 conference. Northwest Missouri State is the North Dakota State of D2. Check their history, would be a good game. You know what? I wouldn't put it past them. I honestly wouldn't put it past them. But once again, Joseph, the teams would have to like the teams that you would expect that want to compete. They don't want to compete. It's just that simple. They don't want to compete. All right, so. The team that everybody wants to see play top level talent does not want to compete. It is what it is, bro. So you're probably absolutely right, but you would never see it happen.
Pass, be available, but at the same time have fun. You know, once you get the ball in your hands, you got to become a playmaker, but at the same time, understand what the scheme is and just go from there.
Do you miss it? Because you look like you can still play.
So let me ask you this. So if they did that last year, why didn't they run it back with a McNeese? All right. Why didn't they run it back with a McNeese? Why didn't they run it back with the Southern Miss? Why did they run it back with a team like that instead of putting 2 cupcakes on their schedule? Is it because maybe the $100,000 man, Eric Dooley, with the ascots, that he's in the building? Is that what it is? Maybe, just maybe. You know what I'm saying? Just maybe.
I'm up in the booth with you and Bucky to do a little more analysis, okay?
All right, you have a way to work down there with Mr. 1,000 yards himself. 8 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons for Steven Jackson. Absolutely fantastic player, and I am so glad I never had to tackle him.
Oh, no parts of that. Going all the way back to Steven Jackson, scouting him when he was coming out of Oregon State, he was the big back that was a hybrid. He can run the ball physically and do all those things you want to see with the ball in his hands as a runner, but he can catch the ball out the backfield. That's why he had such a great career with the Rams.
You're probably absolutely right, Joseph. You're probably absolutely right.
Punting it away once again. This ball is fielded by Jared Stearns, able to just step out of that tackle from Diego Fago on punt coverage, and Stearns will set that West team offense up just inside their own 40-yard line. Comfortable lead, 25-8. West team on top here from Las Vegas.
You really believe that? You really believe that? I just really want you to sit down and ponder what you just wrote in it. You really believe that? You really believe that before Dooley, the $100,000 man with the ascots, before he got there, they were like, yo, we definitely putting Florida Memorial in here. Oh, how can we leave off Virginia Lynchburg? You really think they did that? That's what you saying? All right. Okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night, my boy. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Man, y'all just. These schools have to have a brainwashing one-on-one class. Like I really, because I say the same thing about Marines, right? I have never met a sane Marine, okay? And I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. I have never met a sane Marine. Like, I'd be like, what do they do to y'all in boot camp, man? Like, any kind of coolness or your own mindset, you don't even have that no more. And I'm kind of feeling the same way about these HBCUs. Like, I'm like, they got to have a brainwashing one-on-one class because y'all not even objective. Like, y'all not even open to the possibility of somebody saying, you know what? Just maybe, just a twinkle in your head. Just be like, you know what? Maybe they scheduled these two cupcakes the same time they figured out Eric Dooley was. Just maybe. You won't even have a hint of curiosity, a hint of just a questionability. Y'all Bamas be like, nah. They had that schedule locked in 3 years ago, Scotty. They ain't even know Eric Dooley was stepping foot in here, Scotty. You really think that Eric Dooley would? Hell yeah, I think that. I absolutely think that. I absolutely think as soon as they hired that man, Mr. Ascot, that they was like, you know what, Dooley, let's get you a couple wins. And I don't like Blue said, I ain't got a problem with one cupcake. Most schools do it. You know what I'm saying? Warm up team, trying to get your team. Okay, cool. 2 cupcakes? 2? Come on, man. Stop it. I'm just saying, man. Hey, shout out to you, Spotlight. You probably the coolest Marine I done met in my life. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shout out to you, Spotlight. Come on, man. Shout out to Grambling. Because they the only Bamas that actually, listen, man, that schedule last year was hard. The schedule this year, competitive. Like, Hugh Jackson didn't put no cupcakes on his schedule. He just as new as Eric Dooley with probably a worse team. Than Southern. He didn't schedule no cupcakes. He scheduled competitive games. So make that make sense. I believe it. He probably put it in his contract. If you think, just go ahead and, I'm coming over there. You know I'm coming to Southern. Just go ahead and put that Virginia Lynchburg for homecoming. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that for me. Go ahead and set that up. Come on, Houston. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and set that up for me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put that on the schedule for you, boy. All right, and then we're going to find another cupcake. We're going to start the season off, all right? And I'm going to come in there with my ascot. You know what I'm saying? I got a match. And, I'm going to do what I do.
Sacks at Jackson State. Yep, I think it was second in FCS. Yeah, second in the FCS in terms of coming off the edge. And I know he's played off the ball and on the ball, but to me, when I watch him, I think his best football is going to happen when he plays at the line of scrimmage.
Told you, Mr. Campbell. Defensive coordinator Drew Wilkins. Told you. His best football is at the line of scrimmage. You don't want to listen to me, though. Told you. Bucky Brooks said the same thing. I'm official now. Bucky Brooks agrees with me.
From the west, as Ryan Stonehouse gets that off, and it's going to roll inside the 5. And a guy who was recognized as probably the best specialist overall here puts it down inside the 5 as the lights of Vegas are shining bright on some.
Mr. Campbell was over there talking about something. He need to be a linebacker. I said, nah, Mr. Campbell. He's more deadly at DN. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bucky Brooks co-signed me. Bucky Brooks co-signed me. I'm good. That's not what Bucky Brooks said. That's not what Bucky Brooks said. So, yeah. Man, smash my boy. But that was one of the worst takes. Once again, HBCU publicists. That's half of y'all just HBCU publicists. You know what I'm saying? Southern could have got up here and scheduled 4 D3 schools and Smash would have been like, but of course, Scotty, you know what I'm saying? Southern, we the party. We get the party started. Hey, who wouldn't want to play Southern? We they biggest games. You know what I'm saying? That's why we going down to D3. We going down to D3 to support them. We don't care about the football. What about the football? Who cares about the football, Scotty? We the game of the week. We the game of the year. We the game of the century. Everybody want to play Southern. Okay? I'm like Smash, but bro, like you're scheduling like super weak teams. Scotty, it doesn't matter. Everybody wants to see us. I'm like, okay. All right. Okay. I'll put my hands up. Human jukebox, Scotty. Okay. All right. Got it. I'll put my hands up. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm saying. All right, cool.
Look at the scoring play for the East. It's a 65-yard receiving touchdown for running back Pierre Strong.
They got 500 students. And 50 of them dudes is on the team. Probably like 40 of them boys on the team.
But you see him breaking tackles, forcing missed tackles, keeping his balance. This is something we saw from his college film at South Dakota State.
Thanks very much, Cynthia. I really thought we were going to get him up over that 20-mile-per-hour mark there.
Me too. I wanted it.
That's what we all did. But there he is, getting some well-deserved rest after that 65-yard touchdown reception on that screen pass. Here's a few guys who get up over the 20-mile-per-hour threshold from the week of practice as we take a look at our fastest performers from our friends at Zebra. Get that to you here in just a moment as E.J. Perry leads this East team offense. There you are. DeMarcus Fields, fastest man in Las Vegas with just under 22 miles per hour, the quarterback there out of Texas Tech. Nice coverage there from a Tar Heel, Kyler McMichael.
Kyler McMichael with a great play. Then back in Chapel Hill, they would scream out "rude boys" as they signify what those defensive backs are able to do, locking them up. Great play by Kyler McMichael.
Transfer from Clemson, played 12 games this year for UNC. Is a top 10 quarterback.
This is Virginia Lynchburg's schedule last year. Y'all can't see this. Let me try to zoom in for y'all. Nah, y'all can't see it either. All right, but let me read it off to y'all. All right, 54-0, 50-14, 49-7, 57-6, 59-13, Delaware State 56-6, Norfolk State 42-14, Howard 56-6. Really? That's what we doing? All right. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me. Oh, yeah. That's what they doing. Got it. Check Roger. Check Roger. When you losing to Howard 56-6, ain't nothing else to say. When you losing to Howard 56-6, ain't nothing else to say. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
My bad, homie. The job called me.
No, you good.
I don't want anybody to get this mistake when it comes to Florida Memorial College University in South Florida. Yes, Smash is like, oh, they from Miami. but anybody with any football acumen knows that if you're anywhere in the state of Florida, there is no shortage on recruitment in the state of Florida. And you have multiple options as a high school player coming out. If you're even decent, somebody's going to give you a shot.
Facts.
There's no talent left for NAIA team. They're not getting anybody. A Florida player, i.e. Ocho Cinco, would rather go to a junior college in California than go to an NIA school. It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So to try to use that as a way to validate a school is crazy, especially a school where there's no shortage in recruitment.
You know my rule in Florida is you can spin around, throw a rock, and find a kid that runs a 4.3. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You will hit somebody that run a 4.3.
And everybody knows that. So Ohio State comes down here, Michigan, everybody comes down here and grab themselves 2 or 3 and scurry back wherever they're from.
Facts.
But,
it's crazy.
You know, and Florida Memorial is actually an awesome school. Like, if you're trying to be a pilot, go to Florida Memorial. You know, the aviation program is awesome. Football, anything sport related, nah. Hang that up, give that up, let that go. They are always going to be what they are, and that's if they keep their program 5 years. They're going to teach a lot of pilots, though.
You said they're going to teach a lot of pilots.
I tell you that. They're going to do that. The enrollment is like hella small. The high schools in Dade County are bigger than Florida Memorial. That's not even me capping.
Wow.
It's smaller than a high school. So the kids in Miami look at it like, why would I go there? That's like a high school.
Facts. That's not an upgrade.
It's not an upgrade. You know, it's just what it is, unless they're trying to be a pilot.
And then I got a subscriber in here. It says Black Pilot. His name is Black Pilot 04. He said facts about the pilots.
Right. Their aviation school is awesome, bro. Like, I'm not even joking with that. Like, they are awesome when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
But past that, nah. You know, I mean, Lift Every Voice and Sing was written there.
Okay, put some respect on their name. Put some respect on their name.
You know, like
they for the culture.
I know some people that went there.
They for the culture.
I love them to death. They for the culture, but not for the game. Not for the game. No. Just call it what it is. It's a K component, and that's what we schedule, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
If you schedule with them, I'd be like, yep, we scheduled a K opponent. It is what it is. Call it what it is. Keep it moving.
Facts.
Now don't lose to them.
It shouldn't even be competitive. It should It shouldn't even be if the game comes down to a last score. Oh boy!
If the game was in 21 points,
whew.
Think about it. How many scholarship players can they actually have, bro?
I don't know.
How much money are they actually putting into their program?
I don't know.
They are extremely small as an institution. They can't put that much money into their program. If the score is within 21 points, I got questions.
I got questions.
I got real questions, bro. You know.
Oh, man.
And people are like, oh, you know, FAMU schedule Albany State. Albany State would kick FMU to sleep. And I'm not justifying FAMU playing
Albany State. Yeah.
I get it. We want a cake opponent, schedule a cake opponent, be helping them out. We putting some money on their books. You know, hopefully they don't beat us. Hopefully. They better not beat us, because if they beat us, I got
some questions. I like that. I like that. I like
I'm
that.
gonna have to knock on Coach Simmons' door after the game, like, sir,
I got some questions. I like that.
If we go take an L, schedule somebody better.
Facts. Hey, but appreciate the call though, Bobby. Boy, you stupid.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. That boy said, all right. That boy said, if we lose, I got some questions. I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that. I got some questions. It's the way you say it though. It's how he says it. It's not the actual statement. It's just how he like, I got some questions. I don't know why that's so amusing to me. That's so funny though. Oh man. I promise you, when I see Laxton State, when I see that Laxton State schedule, I got some questions. I love that. That's funny.
Day here tonight. And so it looks like we got the hands team out here. Oh, nice bounce initially.
Okay. Oh.
But look who it is, number 18.
I got y'all. But when I drop it though, it's gonna be for members only. When I drop it though, it's only gonna be for members only.
Tillman Award to one of the players in the game. The award honoring a player who has exemplified character, intelligence, sportsmanship, and service, both on and off the field. In the name of one of the best to ever do it in those categories, Pat Tillman, Cardinals safety, 1998 to 2001. And the winner this year of the Pat Tillman Award goes to Jack Cohen, who might also end up with an MVP.
Yeah, absolutely might end up with an MVP.
A lot of hard work coming Jack Cohen's way as Brock Purdy leads this West team offense at quarterback now. Handoff to Clint Radovich. Oh, and look at that. You win the Pat Tillman Award. You get to look at the dogs with your friends there, your furry friends. Love it.
How about that?
Way to work, Jack.
I know dogs represent dogs on their best behavior too. You got one smiling.
Cynthia, I think, was training on this week during practice. She even scored my kids a little replica stuffed animal. Which
Hey, I am looking for. Matter of fact, I'm looking for anybody on this chat that do graphic design or know somebody that does graphic design. Because I got a lot of shirt ideas in my head. I need to find me a graphic designer. So if you're a graphic designer, please put your email in the chat, put your IG in the chat, put your Twitter in the chat, whatever. But I am definitely looking for a graphic designer.
And their command of the verbiage from getting the play into their ears, which they don't necessarily do in college, and then relaying it to everybody in the huddle.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. The communication is so different.
Now listen, I ain't balling now. Laxton State got it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing shit right now. Yeah, hook me up. I need it, like, for real. Send me on the Instagram. I need a guy. Like, listen, I'm not balling. All right. So don't be sending me these bammers that be doing like $100 per design, because I'll take my butt right back over to Fiverr. Okay. I'll take my butt right back over to Fiverr. I'm not gonna. I know black doesn't mean free, but I'm not trying to pay these absorbent amount of prices.
First female to coach a position.
Okay, swag hat. I like that. Okay. Might have to hit you up. My boy.
Washington and here as well is versatility with running backs. We saw Antonio Gibson kind of come out of not what we expected, and she's done the same thing here. The other coaches were really complimentary of her command of teaching them and making sure that they were actually able to learn and execute what was being asked of them. So that was a really impressive.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'll happily go out.
Made a difference for the West tonight.
And credit to Director of Player Personnel here for the East West Shrine Bowl, Eric Galco. I mean, we were talking about it, and it was not his.
Vaughn, how you do my shirt, bro? How you do my shirt, bro?
King earned this opportunity based on merit.
How you do my shirt, my boy?
Coach in Washington and now here at the Shrine Bowl.
No, listen, I don't want a bruh man discount. I'll pay for the work. I'm not. That's why I be on Fiverr, because Fiverr don't be charging me an arm and a leg. Okay, I be on Fiverr because, they don't charge me an arm and a leg. So if you try to charge me an arm and a leg, I can't do nothing for you. So it is what it is.
And we're talking about coaching staffs here, and it looks like we're Finding out who the leader of the Jacksonville Jaguars coaching staff is going to be.
Hey, Vaughn, let me tell you something about me, my boy. I only bet when I'm sure. I just want to let you know. I'm gonna give you this. I only bet when I feel I'm confident behind something. So I don't just be betting all willy-nilly. Oh, I think, because I thought I didn't know. I felt that South Carolina State was going to beat Laxton State, but I would have never bet money on that because I wasn't 100% sure. But when I'm sure of something, I will happily bet. So if I'm not sure of it, I'm not betting. So I'm gonna just say thank you for the $150. So I'm gonna say appreciate you. All right, so that's how I get down. Appreciate you, Mr. D.
Of course, Nick Foles, had the magical run through the postseason, defeating Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl that year.
Hey, babe, how many likes you got?
When we first really started hearing more and more about the RPO game, yes, in that run for the Eagles with Doug Peterson.
Well, not just the RPO game, but Doug Peterson was exceptional.
I bet on that Cowboy. I bet on the first Cowboys and Washington game again because I got some friends from
really great analytics.
I got some friends from Maryland because I'm from Maryland, of course. So I got some friends that stay in Maryland. They Washington fans. So I bet on that first game, $100, easy money, easiest money I ever won in my life. Oh, nice balance. Yeah. So I bet on the first Washington game. I was trying to bet on the second Washington game, but of course he didn't. And I would have bet Sean on the Eagles game. But, I kind of punked out. I kind of chickened out at the back end because Sean Stay be having some. Sean be trying to bet thousands of dollars. I'm like, man, bro, I ain't got no thousands of dollars. Like, I ain't trying to bet no. He be like, put a bag on it, Scotty, bro. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, let's bet $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, be reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Be reasonable, man. Like, he'd be like, hey, let's bet $5K. I'm like, whoa. I look like Vegas to you? Do I look like Vegas? Come on, man. Stop it, Sean. Stop it. But he be trying. Listen, if you want to bet big money, go talk to Sean, one of my moderators, Sean. He be out here trying to throw bags around. So he would have lost a bunch of money on that South Carolina State game, though. Whoo! He be trying, man. Bet a house on it. Yeah, man. Hey. Try to do that. Man. I'm trying to charge a leg now. Oh, that's clever. I never heard nobody say that. That's clever. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's funny. So, yeah. I'm trying to charge an arm. I'm trying to charge a leg, not an arm. That's reasonable. It depends on what that leg. It depends on what that leg costs. Entertainment. What that leg costs, bro? Because your leg might be an arm and a leg to me. That might be a leg to you, but that might be an arm and a leg to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You already know I got a walking expense over here. Okay, I got a walking expense. So you got to be very cognizant of that. Hey, what's up, cuzzo? What's up, cuzzo? Hey, what's up, Commander? This is my cousin. He a Washington fan. What's up, Commander? What's up, man? What's up, Commander? You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Out of Eastern Illinois, 2014 Shrine Bowl MVP, ended up a second-round pick of the New England Patriots. Due in part to his work here in this game, Bucky.
Absolutely, due to a part of his work. And this is
quarterbacks
to make things happen.
Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good one. That's a real good one.
We should be surprised. He played like this.
Man, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to think about that. Hey, Leonard, let me do this. Let me see the spring games. Oh man, that's too easy. They coming back. Let me see how spring goes, and we'll revisit that. I promise you, I'll make that bet before the first game of the season. All right. I wouldn't cheat you. I wouldn't cheat you like that. So let me see how spring ball goes, and then we'll come back to that question. But that's a good one. I like that one. No, I'm not saying I'm hedging. I gotta listen, bro. I gotta hedge my bets. I gotta see the teams that I need to see first to see what I can't make assumptions without seeing something. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? Because last year I told y'all this, I said it. I said Laxton State was going to win the SWAC. I said they was going to win the SWAC. I said they was going to win the SWAC championship. I said that without a shadow of a doubt. I said Laxton State was going to win the SWAC championship. I said that before the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? I saw the spring. I saw what was coming. I was like, all right, cool. They winning the SWAC championship. I called it. All right. Let me see spring ball, and then let me see I'll come back. I'll come right back to you. Ooh, this is a game. This is a game right here. This is a game right here.
Nothing on their onside kick. The East team doesn't have any more timeouts. It's all right here. It's all on the line. All on the line. They need a play.
Look at this. You rarely, if ever, see a stat line like this from a quarterback in an all-star game.
EJ Perry tearing it up.
Dominating 241 yards and 3 touchdowns.
You don't see it. But Red, we come into second half. He has been on it. Balls coming out. He's made plays not only with his arm, but with his legs. He has confidence, and that confidence is infectious. We've seen his teammates respond in splendid fashion. Now, if they're able to get the onside kick,
we got a ball game here, Buck.
maybe he can pull a rabbit out of the hat to win the game.
So Parker White, kicker out of South Carolina.
Hey, man, listen, Joseph, if you want to sponsor that, we can make it happen. If you got some sponsors and you got some donors, you got some big money people, and you wanna sponsor that, I will be on the first bus smoking. Me and my lady. All right, we'll be out there touring. If you want to put some money up behind it, I would absolutely love it, and we would do it. I'll give me a videographer and everything. We'll be out there hustling, bustling. All right, set up all that. So just let me know if you got money like that. If you got some people to put the money up, we'll make it happen.
How are you going to handle the situation where the ball is bouncing your way?
Ben Jacobs, see him diagramming.
Hey, babe, can you take that email down? Hey, Doc, we're gonna take your email down.
Actually played in the Shrine Bowl.
I know it wasn't for me. It wasn't for. Oh, my bad, Leonard. It wasn't for me. My bad.
For the East, as they prepare for this onside kick, would love to have Kyle Phillips out there. UCLA.
My money's for living.
Any position, any player all week, but you know he's probably a little sore from wearing out those West Team DBs. So we can
Come to Detroit. Listen, first of all, the only thing in Detroit is Cadillacs and abandoned houses. All right. So what in the God's green earth would I be in Detroit for? What in God's green earth would I be in Detroit for? It's nothing but what Cadillacs and abandoned houses. Come on, man. What we doing? It's no reason for me to be in Detroit. Ain't no reason for me to be in Detroit. Oh!
Jelani Woods, I think that was the big tight end from UVA.
Ferris said, "Oh, he got money. Money." Listen, bro. I promise you won't die. You can't promise that. Only God can promise that. All right. Only God can promise that. You can't promise that.
He tipped it to himself, but it was still great work by Jelani Woods to reel that in.
Oscar, I wanted to respond to you in this game about James. These people said the same thing about James Harrison's marriageable. I think he's potential to play bigger. I think James Harrison is a great comp, but also Mr. Campbell says he needs to be a linebacker and I think he needs to be a D. Like if he's in a 3-4, I think that benefits him because he can play close to the line and he can drop. He just has to get his strength up. Wow.
Coach, we can show all the owners that we're fearless.
Well, you also want to show game management, right?
Take the deep ball. Perfect time to do it on first down.
Marcus Brady holding up the V for victory formation here. Can we get him an extra timeout? Can we get the East team an extra? I want this game to end.
Yeah, I mean, and if you take the shot on first down, you still got no time to run out the clock.
Yeah, this victory formation is weak, bro. You want to win a bowl game that bad, bro?
Brock Purdy, 100 career total touchdowns at Iowa State. And looks like he is going to have the ball in his hands for a West team victory here.
Wow.
One more kneel down should do it. But what a valiant effort by E.J. Perry and the East team, both offense and defense, trying to make this comeback. I think back to some of the turnovers early, and it's going to be a different story.
Yeah, the turnovers early, just got off to a slow start. But, man, it's what a great game this turned out to be. We saw a lot of impressive efforts.
Oh, we got a little shower for Marcus Brady. A Gatorade shower.
Oh, that was weak. That's weak. That's weak. That's weak. All right, guys. East-West Shrine Bowl, 25-24. West wins. Yeah, kneeling in an all-star game. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, it's an all-star game, man. Like, let the kids play, bro. What you trying to go 1-0 in an all-star game? You trying to go 1-0 in an all-star game? Come on, man. What we doing? All script, you doing a rating for HBCU guys? What do you mean? Like, you talking about my Madden ratings from last year? I'll probably do that again. Ooh, I did not hear that. That's dope. That is absolutely dope. Yeah, that's what they say. Just win, baby. Win, baby, win. All right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here, man. It was fun kicking it with you guys. Until next time, you know what listen, before I go. All right. Remember, if you got a graphic designer, know a graphic designer, hit me up. If you want to sponsor any trips like Mr. Big Baller, Joseph, Brandon Williams, and Vaughn, hit us up, support@allscript.com. You know what I'm saying? We take all sponsorships and everything like that. If you want to, if you got any ideas or anything like that, make sure you make sure you hit us up and link us up. All right. But until next time, before you leave, like the stream, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless.